Welcome everybody to the latest session of the Restoration of Cariele. As usual, we'll do a quick recap of what occurred last week and then we will get underway. So team, you'll likely recall when we started last week, you guys were in the ruins having explored this for the past couple of sessions. In particular, you guys were on the southeast side of the ruins, having just attempted to climb a rope from a lower elevation area up to a higher elevation area where there was a bridge. We had a couple of you already up there. However, when Mr. Serpentwind was trying to climb, he was not very successful and fell into the water. That caused some of the creatures that were in the water to start moving about and coming towards Mr. Serpentwind, and we found ourselves in an encounter. So the team was battling these Neolithic zombies, which are very potentially dangerous creatures. If they should happen to hit you and this take effect upon you, it could be very, very bad news. But luckily, our team was able to fight these creatures off without too much difficulty. Mr. Serpentwind was able to cast a quick invisibility, having really good initiative, and being able to get out of there, out of danger, pretty quickly. So the team fought the creatures, eventually was able to destroy them, and then decided to continue climbing back up to the top, with Mr. Serpentwind this time opting to use some magic to create an illusory steed that allowed him to fly up to the top instead of having to climb. With everybody gathered at the top, the team decided to push in a bit to the north, crossing this bridge of bones. The team was really careful here, trying to make sure there was no traps or anything else with the bones, though there didn't seem to be. Once the team pushed into this octagonal room, they found that there were two subsections in this room, so two smaller rooms, one to the north, one to the east. Both of these containing sarcophaguses and both sealed by portcullises. So you can think of this as steel or iron bars that came down and are into the ground right now. Likely these portcullises can be raised some way or another, but you're not quite sure exactly if there's a mechanism or how that works. You also found that there was some writing on the walls here in this room, and primarily what you learned from deciphering this writing, I believe it was Celine who did so, was that one of these sarcophaguses potentially contained what is known as a greater banshee. So an elven woman many, many years ago agreed to sacrifice herself and underwent this ritual, which converted her into a greater banshee, and she is now guarding the orb. So this has also confirmed for you that the orb is indeed in this area. You guys gathered this information, and Celine shared what she knew, or I believe she shared what she knew about Greater Banshees, which is basically they're pretty tough customers, and they can do some very harsh things to you, particularly with their whale ability. It has been known to drop perfectly healthy individuals right to the ground. So pretty nasty side effects of that, a pretty nasty opponent. With that information in hand, you guys decided to back out of this octagonal room, head back across the bridge, and kind of relax here for a bit, trying to recover some of your energies, aka take a short rest. And this would also allow Blixel to go ahead and attune to the Mocking Blade that he had recently gotten to his possession. So while the team was doing that, I believe it was during the short rest, like in the middle of the short rest, that Tavard and, well, actually everybody heard, or some of you guys heard the sound of boot on metal, as though somebody was stomping on some the metal bars. Tavard was made aware of this, and he suspected that perhaps this was the Fext that the team had previously met and who had provided some aid in the form of potions of necrotic resistance in order to fight the Underworld Sentinel. So Tavard decided to go off on his own, in fact, and track down the source of this sound and see if it perhaps was the Fext. So once Tavard made his way down, looped around, kind of going back the way you guys came, and we had Dian send along his flaming lion that was flying along, but it was pretty limited because he can't see out of its eyes, so it was mostly there for moral support. So after we had Tavard push on in to the larger room, he did indeed see the Fex there, but she had 4 individuals accompanying her at this point. And she beckoned him closer and was kind of speaking to him, saying that this reward was waiting and ready for him, but that he would have to go through the arch, which you guys have previously determined is an arch to the Shadow World. And obviously that is why the Underworld Sentinel was there. It was guarding that arch. And Tavern was a little bit reluctant at first, but decided to eventually put his trust in the undead fish lady. And she and the 4 individuals with her took Tavern through the arch, and he found himself in a very foreign land, but you guys weren't really sure on that when you were back here by the bridge. Next thing you knew, however, was that there was some sound coming you guys decided to finish your short rest, which was like about a 15 minutes extra, completed that, and then decided to start making your way back up that direction to track down Tavern, see if he was okay, see if he needed any assistance, that sort of thing. As you pushed back into that large room where the Underworld Sentinel originally was, you guys saw the arch, you were kind of watching it only briefly before suddenly Tavern pushed through it, seemingly a bit exhausted, as though he had just been running for his life, and he alerted you to these creatures hot on his tail. So you guys had basically a round to try to do what you wanted to do preparation-wise. We had some magic used to try to slow any folks exiting from the arch. We had a card used to that degree, and the team then kind of made their way down the tunnel back towards the overhanging bridge. The creatures came in pretty quickly behind Tavern and took the fight to Tavern and the team. But Tavern, so far, his defense has been holding up really well. That is until I believe it was Blixel decided to cast a Fairy Fire, and that is certainly going to negatively impact Tavern, unfortunately, as he was hit by the Fairy Fire and currently lit up, making him a bit easier to hit. A couple of the enemies are also Fairy Fired, which is going to allow them to be hit more easily as well. So the team is currently retreating down this narrow area alongside the lazily flowing river, trying to get back to the rest of the team near the bridge, and Tavern is trying to perform his heroic guardian, blocking the enemies from getting to the rest of the PCs act, and that is kind of where we left things off. So guys, that is my quick recap of what occurred last week. Is there anything I missed anybody would like to add?
I will add it as Dylan, but not as a character, because Dylan, or my character doesn't know, but we did find out that the Fex was serving something called Oryx. Oryx, I think it's spelled. Oryx. So maybe we should remember that and do a check to make sure we aren't pissing off some super bad evil man.
Indeed, yeah, fair enough. Right, the facts indeed said that her patron was Oryx when that question was asked to her by Tavern. I don't think Tavern knew much about Oryx at all based on his check, but yeah, good addition. Go ahead and take inspiration there, Jason. Anyone else?
Yeah, Adam, you missed the part where everybody encouraged me to go inside into the with the fish lady and everything. I was trying to say no, but they were like, "Tavern, you should do this." Okay.
I seem to remember it a little bit different than that, Tavern, right?
A lot of drinking was going on during that session. Sorry.
Since you're listening to us now, we want you to go back and marry her.
All right, guys, if that is it for additional info on the recap. Oh, go ahead, Jordan.
I was gonna say, does Bill maybe want to discuss what we found in the other room that was across from the bridge, so that he can get inspiration and hopefully not die in the next 10 minutes?
I know there's an undead creature in one of them, but I don't remember what item you're talking about particularly. No.
So the rooms across from the bridge to the southwest kind of joined back together, and it was like a storage room with a bunch of tables and barrels and a couple hammocks, I think. And Serpentwind had suggested that we find ways to stuff our ears from the Banshee's wail, and I believe we kind of hand-waved that, but we said that we were able to eventually find enough stuff in the storage room to get advantage on our save, but have disadvantage on perception checks relying on hearing.
Yes, great addition there, Saline. Go ahead and take inspiration. Yeah, that storage room has enough odd pieces of cloth and so forth, or even if you cut bits of those tattered hammocks about, you could certainly make cloth earplugs for yourself to aid you in that battle should you guys partake in it.
I will hand that inspiration to our dwarf.
Fair enough.
Thank you, sir. Since I've used all my inspiration, all my prayers to Jesus, and all the deities here in this world. Thank you.
Yeah, and I was just going to add, yeah, there is a Blixel sense an undead presence under the like shabby docks in the other room.
He did. Is there anything else you can describe over there that no one's mentioned yet to add on to that to make it inspiration worthy?
It seems like there's a way, like a door over there to go somewhere else, and the wooden platform there seems like it'll crumble if someone steps on it.
That's good enough. Yes, take inspiration there, Blixel. Indeed, the wooden dock, the wooden beams that form up this kind of wooden bridge that stretches across the lazy river. It was determined by the player characters that some of the wood is indeed rotted and might not be able to support much weight. So a couple of folks looked at it, and at least one of them said, no way, not crossing it. All right, folks, if that is it, let me go ahead and dish out a card for everyone.
Which red card am I getting today?
Let's find out.
As long as it's not the daggone short rest ones, even though none of us have any. Well, I guess some of us do, but I feel like we get that one all the time.
Okay, folks, so everybody has their card with not much left to do. Let's get you guys back over there and back into the thick of things. Okay,
Yep.
So as you guys are moving down this way, we're at the top of the round. Mr. Serpentwind is close enough now that he can actually participate in this battle. So I'm going to go ahead and throw initiative for him to get him into the tracker.
Hey, this looks like just like my nightmares Monday through Friday I've been having recently.
All right, Serena, we are on your turn.
Okay. I still can't see any enemies, so I'm going to hold my action to throw a javelin when an enemy comes within range.
Okay, so you ready your action to throw a javelin at an enemy that you can see in range.
Yep. That's it.
All right, feel free to pass your turn. Okay, on Mr. Serpent's turn, you're going to notice he motions with his hand, and those dancing lights that are currently surrounding him flash up towards where the action is currently happening, lighting things up a bit, making it easier for him and others to see. All right, and from there, he is going to shout down the hall, and he is going to say, "Tavern, run this way!" And then he will motion with his hands. Serena and Dean would be able to see this, as you see this sort of like yellow light seemingly held between his two outstretched hands, and it seems to be pulsing and growing in intensity. Okay.
At the end of his turn, can Blixel end his concentration on fairy fire?
Yeah, you can drop it at any time. So you want to drop it right now?
Yeah, I feel bad now.
Right, fair enough. Okay, so go ahead and remove fairy fire from everybody affected. Remind me, I feel like, Tavern, you have been dodging, right? So you'd be back to dodge?
Yeah, I was dodging because I did get a +0 or whatever on one of the other attacks. So, I mean, so.
Okay, fair enough. Well, just because Blixel wants to help, I think it's only fair that Blixel plays his card right now.
God dang it. I knew as soon as I saw it, you were going to play it right away. Okay.
All right, this is the uncoordinated defense. Each group member suffers a -1 penalty on defense rolls for the next minute. Okay, we'll keep that card up there as a reminder.
Now, is that only within Blixel's 15-foot range?
No, that is everybody, I'm afraid. All right, this one that is currently across from you, Tavern, yeah, it is looking at you and wanting to strike. Okay, so it is going to lash out with... Oh, let me double check its status. Oh, yes, this one is wounded at the moment. It is going to lash out at you with its Frenzied Rage ability, which gives it advantage on its attack and more damage should it hit. Tavern, defense roll, please.
That would be a 20. Well, my AC is a 19, I should say. Yeah.
20 is good enough. You are... Oh, wait. It is at advantage. Right. So you were dodging, so that's straight up. So, yeah, you do indeed manage to dodge that. Okay. On
Nice.
Dean's turn. Dean is going to ready a spell. Jason.
Adam, can you look at my card real quick? The effect, it says your, and that's throwing me off. Is it the person who moves, or is it me specifically?
It's the person that moves.
Okay, thank you. Alright, Jason is going to... Crap, he can't make that jump back, so he's going to give Blixel some room, and he's just going to pull back here, we'll say. And he will shout to Tavard, he'll say, "Bring him back this way!" And I'll hold a wind or thunderbolt spell for anything that comes within my light range that's a bad guy.
Okay, the Fext's turn. She is going to attempt to blast you, Tavern, with these very potent force beams. You are currently dodging, so you do have advantage on this. And she's going to shoot through an shoot through an ally, so you're going to get a +2 cover on this as well. 2 defense rolls, please.
Ooh, that's with advantage too, because I'm dodging, so she fumbles.
She does indeed fumble on the first shot. The second one is going to hit, however. So
Let's see
yes,
the fumble to make sure her turn doesn't
Yeah.
end first.
yeah, absolutely,
fall on
yeah.
her
Feel
face.
free to throw a. So this is, we're going to call this a ranged fumble.
Spell or just ranged weapon?
It isn't a spell technically, so I'm going to say ranged fumble. Disadvantage on your next text roll. Okay. Well, unfortunately.
Doesn't change anything.
So yes.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration. Thanks, Jordan. I'm just gonna do it because.
Feel free. Okay.
you
Throw
know,
another defense
yeah.
roll. So remember, now it's 17. We're gonna only take the first thing you roll now. So it's 17, which obviously we know you're gonna hit. Okay, 8, and you are adding. Let's see, 10 total. That would make it an 18. And then you've got the +2 for cover, which makes it a 20, -1 for the red card, which means this just misses you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Woo!
Thanks, Jordan.
You're welcome.
Tavern,
Now
your
get the
turn.
fuck out of there.
By
Run!
the wide words of Jordan, get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm doing. All right. I'm just going to help them use their reaction.
So just to clarify, you're stepping away without disengaging, right?
Right, because I need to use my action for dodge later. So
Do you
I'd-
want to
I'd
use
rather
it
use it
now
now.
as you're walking away?
no, because I have a strange feeling they're going to come at me. So
If you have an extra bonus action, you could. I think Step to the Wind will let you disengage too.
oh, that would be
He
for
doesn't have
monks with.
key, I don't think.
That would be monks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that would be monks with key. So I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm taking the dodge action at him, and then I'm moving
Yep.
away.
Okay, that's what I wanted to clarify, because I was like, yeah, that makes more. Okay. All right, so you
Um,
take the dodge, and then you're going to take 4 opportunity attacks. Obviously, you'll have advantage against each of these. We'll just go from top right around like we're doing reverse clock order. So just throw me 40. Okay, so you'll evade that. That'll be a fumble for the northwest guy. Feel free to throw a melee fumble. He does not have a weapon. He's using claws, so he is just simply going to miss on that.
His hand falls off.
It's- Yeah, his hand falls from his.
He loses
they're-
a finger.
they're undead.
he swings so hard he launches his own wrist off.
All right, so the last one's a 16. That there's potential there, Adam. I don't know.
Yes, that one does indeed strike you. That is going to be 12 points of slashing damage against you, Tabard.
So that's what damage feels like.
Whew, that's a big hit.
So that was 1, 2. Adam, is that 2 or 3? I mean, because of the way that corner is.
That's just 2.
So I let me just back up. That's 1. That's 2, 3, 4, and that'll be 5 because I don't want to run over my poor friend there. So, and I'm still dodging, and that'll end my turn. Thanks everybody for your help during that. Now save my ass.
All right, so as you are moving down this area, and Mr. Serpentwind is watching exactly, waiting for you to come, this triggers his readied action. And he is going
Kamehameha
to...
wave.
I'm sorry?
His Kamehameha wave. He's like holding up this beam of energy, isn't he?
He is conjuring a block of energy, you might say, in his hands right now. Okay, so what you're going to notice, primarily Serena, you're going to see he's watching. He sees Tabard, and this little smile comes over his face as he pushes his hands outward now. And you can see this yellowish beam flashes forward. And as it does so, it kind of floats there slowly a bit. It comes into this area. And then once it gets to about this area here, you will see it suddenly explodes outwards. And the entire rock wall all around here begins to crumble down. You can see these large chunks of rock slam down, creating a completely sealed passage behind you.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
That's cool.
All right, so let's see. That was the readied action.
Tavern got decapitated by the darkness there.
Oh,
my
my bad.
friends
Let me adjust that slightly.
No, we were so close to saving you.
There we are.
Beat up by rocks, but I like rocks.
All right. Books was like, oh, that was intense. And he'll reach out and I'll cast Cure Wounds on Tabard. I'm going to use my Bloodline ability for this one.
Okay.
So I think I have to go back and get this slot back, but here you go. 12 points. Healing.
Dang, you guys
Nice.
are
That's
so
the
good to
exact
me.
amount of
Yeah.
health he just lost. Dope.
I'm min-maxing. No no health point wasted.
Nice.
And I go, I'm sorry I put that fire on you, man. I panicked.
No, I didn't. No, I don't know, man. I just saw some glowing stuff around me, but I mean, I was just doing my thing, and they were missing anyway. So, all good.
All right, I think I saw another way out of here, south of here. So if we still want to run, we probably can. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna jump over to this one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can get to here, right? And then is there a wall there to go up further?
It's not a wall. It's like a little bit of a height difference, say like 3 feet. So it's not difficult terrain or anything. You can climb up there if you have movement left.
I actually don't. That's the end of my movement right there. And I guess I just have a bonus action, which I don't think I can use for anything right now. Yeah. So that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Celine.
Well, not seeing anyone following her and hearing a huge explosion, I think she is gonna turn around and try to see what's going on. So we're gonna go 5, 10.
And just as a quick clarification, when you say you hear a huge explosion, you certainly hear sound, but I won't say it's like shakes the whole thing or it's, it's not super intense. Let me put it that way.
Sure, but I hear rocks fall and stuff, so, right?
You kind of do. You kind of hear rocks fall, yeah.
So I'll peek around the corner here, 20, yep, and see everything collapsed. I do see Tavard alive and well, so
Waving.
she's happy. And so she will say to the other group, to the rest of the group, "Are we good? Are we leaving? Where are we going?" Before I end my turn, I will listen for an answer. Hearing nothing, I guess she will post here. Not sure which way to go, and I guess I will ready a dash action to a group if they take off in a direction I'm not expecting. Sound good?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that one more time. You ready in action to dash, and what was the trigger?
To dash to follow the group if they go off in a direction. I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know
that's
if
way
a
too
direction,
vague.
a direction I'm not expecting. Like I was expecting us to follow the path I was taking down. So if they start dashing across the bridge, I guess that's the direction I'll go. But I don't know which way we're going. So
Yeah, I think that's too
Not good enough.
vague of a trigger, unfortunately. So you can certainly say if one of your team members crosses the bridge, you want to then dash. We can do that.
yes,
Okay,
Good
that
enough.
works. Okay, let's see. So on this one's turn, Tabard, you hear the sound of speaking, and what is really strange here is you've heard these kind of weird words before. You don't know the language, but with all this rock and stuff that just fallen here, you shouldn't be able to hear it this easily. But it's almost like this person's really close to you. And you will hear not much else. All right, top of the round, Serena.
I just saw that.
Yeah, me too.
You just saw what?
The movement of the enemy, but it's in the black, so I don't think I should have.
Yeah, that's okay. I was just counting out the movement for speed purposes, so yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna yell down. What are we doing?
We
Get
gotta
out
get out of here.
dude.
Get out, but watch out for the dock. It's shady.
I'm
I
gonna.
think they
Were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, I think they're still trying to come.
Well, I guess I will put down the javelin and help reinforce the rope if it's still there.
Okay, fair enough. You're aiding with holding on to the rope.
Yeah, so it'll be nice and secure for the next person to climb up it.
All right, Mr. Serpentwind looks down and he's motioning Tabard with his hand like, come on, come on, come on. And then he will turn to Serena and Celine and say, I think they're buying it so far, but they might figure it out at any time. We got to move.
Oh, I get it.
All right, Dean is also going to move. Okay, Jason.
All right, Jason is going to make his way to this little corner spot and grab hold of the rope and do his best to freaking climb. So that was 20 feet there. So I'll grab the rope and I'll use my dash action at him.
So keep in mind, right, like the rope is not tied or it's not pitoned over here. So it's literally hanging like 10 to 15 feet west of you right now. So in order to get to the rope, you're going to have to perform like either pulling it to you somehow magically or a leap to try to run and grab onto the rope.
It's like hanging here.
Yes.
That's like 10 feet. Jason cannot make that leap. Screw it. Jason's just going to get in the water. 25, 30, and he'll grab the rope at him, and then he'll dash and start climbing.
All right, as you jump into the water, making this little bit of plop splashing sound here, roll me a 1d20, please, Jason.
You're not going to tell me if I want high or low?
You want high. Okay.
Hey.
How's that?
So good.
The rope is easily within reach, and it's almost like as you jump into the water, you position this perfectly. You make almost no noise as you pop into this water.
You know what, Adam? I'm actually going to silently bring the rope back to here and hold it for Blixel instead of climbing, and I'll end my turn.
Okay, so you're holding on to the rope. Got it. Okay, Tabard, as you are closest, please roll me a d20.
Do I want high so I can know what a 2 means?
You want high as well, yes. Okay. Yes, you are going to hear now in common the voice of the Fext as she says, "Find a way around." All right, and based on those two good checks, I'm actually going to take us out of combat here, folks. Feel free to move and act as you wish.
Give me that rope.
All right, I'll hand it to Blixel.
Cowabunga! And we'll try to choose climb and swing at the same time, I guess.
All right, Blixel, athletics check as you're attempting to climb up.
He gets advantage, right? Because Serena's still trying to help.
He sure does. Yes, you managed to climb up this with no problems.
And I'll sort of throw the rope or like try to like leverage it out to them, you know?
Okay, yeah, you're trying to like lasso it back down towards them?
Yeah, just so they don't have to go back in the water to get it.
Okay, yeah. With again, you're not in like urgent time right at this moment, so I'd say that's not too difficult to do. So yeah, Jason, you can certainly grab onto the rope.
Perfect. I'll look at Tavard and I'll say, I can go next. You don't mind?
Oh, yeah, that's great. Please do.
All right. Athletics with advantage. Here we go. That sucked. I'll use my inspiration, Adam.
All right, feel free to set yourself back to public and go ahead and click your inspiration. We will take that new roll. Yes, that is sufficient enough for you to climb up to the top as well.
All right.
Leave Tavard.
Next time that person tries to kill you, I'll just let her attack you in your sleep.
If
Just
I go
kidding.
through a portal with her, then yeah, maybe do.
Yes, no
Nice.
problems.
So much green.
Copy it, folks. Just copy that down. You may want to see it later.
Blixel looks like seriously at Celine. Is like, we have to get out of here.
Yeah,
Hey,
agreed.
But we're so close to the orb.
But we
Hey,
really don't want to be sandwiched between a greater banshee and all those guys.
Maybe
I
they'll take
agree.
each other out.
We know what's here. We should go out the front. Maybe take a chance to catch our breaths. Come up with a plan, maybe. We don't want to fight anything while running. You know what I mean?
I heard my bride wannabe say that they want to try to find another way around. Boy, she really wants me, let me tell you.
Yeah, I hate to make the suggestion after everyone just climbed the rope, but Serpentwind, that's an illusion, right?
You see, he looks at you with a smile and gives you a nod. Yes, one of my better ones yet.
So what if we just like wait a minute and then go out that way? They'll be looking in a different direction, and then we can just sneak out.
Isn't
we
the only
came.
other way out, or the only other way is closer to the exit, right? So if we beat them out right now, we can maybe get out, but otherwise we'll be traveling behind them a little bit.
Well,
Yeah, but they're trying to find their way up here.
let me
So-
point out also, if we go this direction across the tunnels and whatnot, we don't know what's through these doors, so we may be making a big loop back around to the front and have to fight a bunch of things that way.
A
I
loop
like Saileen's plan.
that might take us past that rift we saw earlier, if my direction sense is any good. Also, I don't trust that bridge and the undead underneath it.
All right. If you think we can be sneaky enough to follow along behind them.
Well, it's a group decision. Everyone's lives here are at stake, but I think the main consensus is us regrouping outside and catching our breath, right?
Yeah.
So what's the best way? Do we circle around and follow the people who are looking for us, or do we try the untested path? What do you think, Serena?
I love the idea of tricking them and walking through a big, massive big thing of boulders that's actually an illusion. Because man, it got me good.
Yeah, but I tell you, there may be more coming out of that. They've got that was a tunnel to the Underdark there, or wherever, the Shadow World and everything. Not exactly the place I want to retire, by the way, but yeah, there may be more coming out there that stayed there to guard that place. So who knows?
Who are these people, Tavern?
Yeah,
What did you
see? Ah, Jinx.
Oh my god.
They told me they wanted me to be their king or something because I helped save them from. It was kind of a long tale and everything like that. But anyway, went in there, a lot of swamplands and everything, kind of a yucky place and everything. And then they wanted to honor me, and I was like, no, I'm not into that shit, you know. And then they were telling me I was gonna be, her husband. I was like, oh, get out of here. But anyway, I went in there for the purpose of maybe thinking maybe they had that orb thing we were looking for. If they do, I don't care. Not going back.
But we already knew where it was.
Shush, it's my story and I'm telling it. You don't have the orb, do you?
I know, that's what I think we should do.
But they didn't mention anything about the orb, right? They don't know about the orb.
No, but I did meet their god there, that Oracle, whatever his name was. Yeah.
You didn't mention that in the first part of the story.
Yeah, he wasn't all that impressive. He looked like some giant obelisk kind of thing. Just whatever, kind of glowing and everything. I was like, whatever. Seen better stone in the underground.
Tavar, did you catch his name?
Yeah, I had it written down last week, but I don't remember. What is it?
I used it as my inspiration today.
I know you did, Oryx, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's just a big rock.
Glowing rock. He was glowing.
Can I help Saleen? I'll step over here and discuss it. Can I help her with a check to figure out who Oryx is?
Saleen wants to start moving, but if we wanted to do a check, sure.
Well, you said wait a minute, so we're just giving him a minute.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are trying to essentially put your heads together and see if you know anything about this, you can do so. Whoever wants to take lead on that, go ahead and throw me a blind check.
Already clicked it, boss.
So I will say you've certainly heard this name before. It is considered one of the lesser known kind of deity. It's not really a deity so much as it is like a force, and think of it as associated with madness and associated with cultists. So as much as you know about this is that it can take various forms, but when the lunatic ravings of madmen have been discovered in writings and such mentioning it, they typically mention a giant pillar of blinding white and purple flames, and there's many stories about once somebody sees this, they are never normal ever again.
Great. I give Tavard the side eye as I'm saying this.
How you feeling,
Didn't-
Tavard?
Yeah, you didn't happen to look at any pillar of purple and white flame, did you?
Yeah, I was staring right at it for a few minutes, but you
Oh
know,
man.
Like the sun, you can look away.
I have my sunglasses on.
It's not the sun. Avani does that. It's not even that special.
All right. Well, we should make a decision and
I think
start
the
heading in.
decision is made. I think we agree with your plan. If a battle does break out, they'll be least expecting us from behind, and we don't want them to surprise us. So, I agree. I think we go back the way we came, and we go outside and give ourselves some time to rest. Maybe take a night to come up with the plan.
I have a question. You guys seem to have opened up this portal to the Shadow Realm, yes?
I wouldn't say it's open. It was a combination of the Fext asked us to slay the Sentinel, which was that large body you saw over there, and then that stone. I, I want to call it a portal, but it was not active until they came through it. So I don't think it's perpetually open, but I do think they can open it. If that makes sense.
But didn't the effects go through it first?
Yes, but Tavar tried to throw something and it did not go through it. However,
Oh,
Oh,
when
but
he
I'm
was
telling you, I
taken
walked
through it,
through it. Yep, it's
yes,
open now.
interesting. Well, if it stayed open, then that also causes.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was something you guys did, like put a key in somewhere or something to open it, but if it's just you killed that guy, there's no real unkilling the guy.
That is true.
All right.
We have options, and both directions have untested possibilities. So I think the vote is to go the way we came. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not voting for that, but if that's what you got, I mean, if I lose the vote, that's fine. But I don't know what direction to go. But I just think that's silly to go through right by a portal that may be open with more bad guys.
I think both ways goes past the portal, according to what they were saying. Since there's another one somewhere inside these ruins. So I vote for tricking them and going behind them. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Tavard, don't go that way. Tavard, go that way.
Serena
Listen,
and Saline, are your votes still the same? Go the way we came?
Either way is risky. I'm just afraid of the unknown more than I am of what we know. If they did post a guard, then maybe we might be able to deal with it before it can alert them. But
Sorry, what
I'm
was that?
worried.
Well, so your vote's still to go the same way?
I think so, but I see the merits of I see the risks. So
All right.
What are we just taking a vote? Because we
Yes.
only have two options, right?
North or south?
Well, I mean, really, we have many options, right? We could climb back down the rope, though I must say that plan doesn't sound very good to me. That rope has not served us very well, all things considered. But I guess we could go that way, or we could keep going this way, or we could cross the bridge and try to fight the Banshee, or if we don't want to fight the Banshee, there was other doors that were west there. We could go through there and find that direction. Well, we have many different options.
we could peek through the doors to the west to see if it goes anywhere. Before we make a decision.
Yeah,
we
let's
can't
do
take
that.
back.
That sounds fun.
I don't want to fight the Banshee when we have things actively hunting us.
Everybody in here and we'll shut the door. I thought we were checking the doors to the west.
That's north.
Wait, did you not mean these doors?
I meant these doors, yes.
Yes, of course,
I think
that's what I meant,
it.
Serena. Absolutely.
Now, keep in mind, opening those doors might open up the portcullis and unleash the banshee. That was one of the possibilities.
I thought we think she's in one of these things.
Yep. But do you see a way to raise the portcullis?
Something's got to trigger it. He's right, but
Did we want to
can't.
go ahead and put that crap in our ears just in case?
I've had mine in this whole time. I can barely hear any of you.
I look at the doors. Do they look like ornate or anyway, like that would indicate that there is a thing on the other side, like cool shit, like treasure room? Like does it say treasure room on it?
Is it labeled?
Blind check there, Saline. Nothing obvious, but you can kind of peek around see if you see anything. No, actually, these doors look very stock standard for the other doors you found in this place so far. The style design of these stone doors are almost identical to the stone doors to the south.
I would be very surprised if opening these doors triggered a boss fight. But you know, anything can happen. So I do start stuffing my ears.
Me too.
Same.
Open it!
All right, so guys, do me a favor. If you're putting the cotton in your ears, let's go ahead and have you add the yellow dot to your token, and that will be our indicator that your ears are stuffed.
Tabard wants to hear. Okay, I'm
All
gonna
right.
open the door.
What? No, so keep in mind now, it's hard to hear, but yes, you open the door.
Like I'm talking to my grandparents.
It's just a stairwell.
It's a stairwell, guys.
That set of stairs seems to go up.
Going up. And we're down from the surface level at this point? Or no?
You would guess so, but it's hard to tell moving through this ruins.
What am I looking at? Why is it shaped like this? Are these little alcoves?
That is another sarcophagus in the alcove, yes.
Crap.
I'll do, well, yeah, it won't work, so never mind. If they have total cover. Is this one open? Is there a skeleton there?
It is not open, but there is indeed a skeleton on top of the sarcophagus.
Alright, since one's on top, I'm going to use the Divine Sense.
All right, go ahead and burn usage. You do not detect any undead creatures that are not behind total cover.
Looks so-
going live here.
Looks like snaps off the skull and goes, and starts talking with like the mouth and the, like puts his hand inside of it and goes, I'm alright, I'm not undead. Oh no.
All right, and as you say that, as though something has heard your words, I'm going to go ahead and put us into initiative order.
Uh-oh.
Tough crowd.
All right, Blixel, what you are going to notice as you are the first to react, I believe. Let me get everybody sorted. Yeah, so as you're the first to react, you notice, or I should say you hear the sound of stepping, and it sounds almost like, if you'll recall, when you guys were in another part of this ruins, you listened at a door, and it sounded like maybe like a dog walking, like the pad paws on the stone floor, and that's kind of the sound you hear just now. You're first to react.
Am I able to tell what direction it's coming from?
Give me a blind check. It sounds like it's coming from your northwest.
Okay. Blix will immediately go down like a little crouch, gently place the skull he was puppeting down by his feet, and he'll go, "Everyone, quiet! I hear a dog." And he will begin backing up. And can I climb on one of these?
You can, yes.
Is it easy enough? And then I guess I'll use my action to hide.
Okay, go ahead and throw me a blind check for that. Okay, you do the best you can to hide.
Oof, that doesn't sound good. All right. That's the end of my turn as I just hear this.
Okay, before Celine's turn, Serena, you hear those sounds of the paw pads on the ground as well. As you're looking to your north, it sounds almost like they're getting closer, and then silence. Celine, your turn.
Well, I'm gonna follow, because I don't see that, so I'm gonna follow Blixel's lead, and I am going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 if I can get on this one, if it's not too awkward.
Yeah, you can certainly do that.
And I will also attempt to hide.
All right. Okay, Mr. Serpentwind standing here, not really sure what is going on. He is going to put his back to this wall. He then notices Tavard the tank down this way and decides, maybe it's safer to be behind Tavard. So he's going to go over here and he will dodge. Tavard.
Tavern doesn't see anything that is going on there, so wondering why someone came down. I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay, before Jason's turn, Celine, you are feeling super confident in your hiding ability. Like, nobody coming from the west or the east, they're not going to be able to see you at all. But what you didn't anticipate is something coming through the wall right next to you.
Nice.
It's these things from the Scarlet Citadel.
I was hoping that would send fear shocks through our players.
Oh, God. Don't let them knock you prone.
All right. So
they'll rip your guts out.
Celine, as the ghost dog suddenly appears next to you, it is going to attempt to bite you. Please give me a defense roll. All right, so as you are crouched up here, not really expecting this attack, you see it at the last moment, and you do indeed manage to evade this bite. You notice this yellowish, greenish, and purplish color swirling around the creature as it stays on top of you as best it can, and we then move to Jason's turn.
Perfect. So that is the end of my enemy's turn. I'm going to play my blue card for Celine. Position boon.
All right, so Celine, this is used for you. You can move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
I would very much like to do that. So I will go 5, 10, and 15 to sit here next to Tavard so he can protect me like the big strong man he is.
All right, good card play. Jason.
Perfect. Jason is going to interact with the object and shut this door behind him because he doesn't want a banshee coming behind him. And he will move to here and see that and say, nope, never mind, and move back here and use the dodge action.
Okay, Serena.
Serena was looking north, but here's the attack. What kind of attack was it?
A bite?
I hear the snapping of jaws, and I spin around.
With the cotton in your ears? You're like, whoa, did you hear that?
think that's the limit of my... Do I have reach from here with my...
You do, but I would give him some cover because you're basically having to swing around the wall.
Well, it's worth a try. I will... I should rage first, right? And then when I attack, I'll be able to keep it.
Yes.
Ooh.
All right, you bonus action rage, and you get +1 AC, and so do your allies within 10 feet of you.
Nice.
All right, and I'm gonna swing at the puppy.
All right, you swing out at the puppy, but miss.
All right, I'm gonna swing again.
That'll certainly
Nice.
hit.
There we go.
Actually, do I need to roll a...
Yes, you're going to go ahead and post a crit. And this is a piercing crit from Shipwrecker. Nice. Okay, maximum damage. Then roll the dice and add that result. So your maximum damage is 11, plus 7 is 18. And then go ahead and throw on the minor injury chart as well.
Does that apply for the cold damage too?
Yeah, actually it would. Yeah, I actually totally forgot the cold damage. 1 second. So it'd be 9 more cold.
Yo, that's a big hit.
All right, yes. So you managed to puncture into this creature profusely. It now has disadvantage on Constitution saving throws.
I say, watch who you bite.
Bitch.
Okay, Dean's turn. And let's see, Dean's usually using Produce Flame. He is going to move like this and there. And yeah, I think he will try throwing a Produce Flame. He does indeed manage to strike into the creature, where it is singed for some fire damage. Okay, we move to the top of the round with Blixel.
Okay. Blixel says, "How the dogs found us!" And he's gonna rush up. Is Serena technically engaged? So she's difficult
is.
terrain. That just makes it difficult terrain, right, to move through her?
Correct.
Okay, so 5, 15. I'll move to here. And I will start swinging the Vicious Mockery Blade. The Mocking Blade.
That'll connect.
Oh, I don't think that's right. For damage. I
That
haven't built that
certainly
in
is
yet.
Not right. All right, no worries.
Zero. Rolling 0 plus 1.
Okay, so 6 piercing on that. And yeah, I'll do a Vicious Mockery on it. And I go, your breath is horrible. What have you been eating, rats?
So vicious.
Does it appear on his blade in the language he speaks, Adam?
It does, yes.
That's a spell effect for that.
Yes, please. It is not affected.
And I go, just kidding. That's the end of my turn.
Saline, before your turn, Tavard, you notice as another dog appears as if out of nowhere just behind you. As it does so, it lets out a terrifying howl that echoes throughout these corridors. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Do we get advantage because we have cotton in our ears?
Oh, good call.
Let me double check. Yes, I will say you do.
Yeah.
Nice. Wasn't what we prepared
Okay,
for, but
okay.
you know.
Yeah, I forgot to take mine out on my turn
goes
too.
to waste.
I would like to burn
Not
an
Ooh.
inspiration.
Yeah, I'm also going to burn an
Just
inspiration.
hang on one at a time, guys. All right, so Tavern, you have failed. Are you doing anything to react to that?
Nothing I can do.
Okay, Jason, you succeeded. Serena, you failed. Anything you're doing?
Inspiration.
All right, go ahead and click your inspiration and burn that. All right, so that is an 11 plus 2 minus 1. Unfortunately, still affected. Saline, anything you're doing? Okay, you do indeed succeed. Blixel?
Yeah, I'm going to do inspiration for that.
All right, go ahead and burn that.
My journal. I forgot to find it.
Still
so it's just,
affected.
yeah.
All right.
Can I actually hero point that too?
You can if you wish, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to hero point one. Oh, God. Okay.
All right, hang on. Let me do some quick math here. So you're adding 3. So on a 10 plus 3 is 13 plus 1 hero point. You succeed.
Oh man.
I have 1 exhaustion though, or
Yep,
weariness.
Yep, that's already built into the inspiration roll if you put your cursor there. So we
Oh,
already
okay.
calculated that. You're good.
Sweet.
All right, so let's go ahead and put some markers on folks. So Tabard failed. Tabard, you are now frightened. Jason succeeded. Serena has succeeded. Or no, I'm sorry. Serena failed. So Serena is frightened. And then, let's see. Saline, Burn Inspiration succeeded. Blixel succeeded. Okay, that's you guys. Let me throw for Dean real quick.
He's got the best wisdom. Nice.
He
With
does,
advantage.
but he... Oh, right. He's got advantage, so yep, he's good on that. Let's see, and then Mr. Serpentwind.
Come on. Oof.
He is going to fail. All right, so that was the action of that creature. And yeah, it will then move to Saline's turn.
Right. I'm feeling pretty good in this position, but having seen that they can go through walls, I don't think I'm especially safe. So, what do we got? We have... not a lot that is good in narrow hallways. So I will come 5, 10 to here, and I will attempt to firebolt the one in front of me.
Okay.
Here comes that.
That will miss.
Oh, that's a shame. And I'll go back here.
Okay, Mr. Serpentwind's turn. He is filled with fear and unable to move any closer to you all. Tabard, you are also filled with fear. You cannot move closer to the creature that is right next to you.
So can I move here?
No, because that would be getting closer to it technically, right? Because you're moving like past it. So think of any movement west would not be allowed.
All right, I just wasn't sure because I was within 5 feet kind of deal, you know, so. All right, you know what I'm going to do is I am just going to go ahead and stand my ground, take the dodge action, and that'll end my turn.
Okay, on the creature's turn, it is going to jump off the sarcophagus, move to there. It is then going to turn towards Blixel and attempt to bite him. Blixel, defense roll, please. Yes, you managed to evade this strike. After the jaws snap close to you, but not enough to hit, you then notice, let's see. Okay, you want to burn that. So, yep, go ahead and take an attack. This is at disadvantage as you are currently frightened, Serena. You miss wildly. All right, so after the jaws snap and Serena's with Shipwrecker actually comes down almost like it's going to hit the creature dead center, the creature suddenly vanishes and Shipwrecker hits the ground. Jason.
Okay, Jason sees Serpent Wind cowering in fear, and he's kind of like, what? Why? So he'll move to here, and all he sees is this one creature, so he's going to reach his staff out and cast a Thunderbolt on it. And Adam, I did adjust it for damage based on it moving the 5th level, if that's okay. Because it was only 1d8.
Yeah, so actually I double checked the text of that one, and you were right. It doesn't say anything about advancing in either version that I found.
Okay. See, I thought so because it's got a rider effect with that no reaction. So
I kind of have a feeling that might not be what was intended, but until we can find, I would say for now just use it as it's written, and then we can do a double check.
No worries. I'm primarily going for the lack of reaction here, so I'm going to send a Thunderbolt at it.
All right, and that is considered a ranged attack, so let's see. We're giving some cover here, but that'll still be good enough to strike the creature. Go ahead and post damage.
Nice. And it has no reaction, and I'm going to climb up on this. No, I'm not. I'm just going to move back to where I was. I was going to climb on the sarcophagus, but let's not do things we don't want to do.
I have a question, Adam, about my card.
Okay. What is your question? How exactly that works?
Well, how I would know if it seems like the damage is not affecting it fully. Do you tell us?
So this will actually help you no matter what. So basically, when you use this card, so if somebody hits the enemy or you hit the enemy, before any damage is actually rolled, you say, I want to spend my card, and that's going to boost the damage.
Oh, I thought it was only if it
Nope.
was.
No. That term means it's going to take more damage, let's just say.
I mean, is it too late to do it for Jason's?
No, if you want to burn that, I'll let you do it.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
All right, feel free to play that card. All right, so Serena has played the Vulnerability Jinx, giving vulnerability to thunder damage to that creature when it was hit. So instead of 7 damage, it's going to take 14 points of thunder damage because it will be vulnerable to thunder for that one attack.
Nice.
Okay, and Serena, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to swing at this one.
Okay, still filled with fear. Your attacks are at disadvantage.
Actually, I'm going to recklessly attack.
Okay, you recklessly attack to give yourself advantage, which causes that to wash out to a straight roll.
All right, come on, roll 20. You can do this.
That will indeed connect. Wounding the creature as Shipwrecker slams into its side.
And I'll try again. Can I recklessly attack more than once in a turn?
You can, yep. Both attacks are considered reckless when you choose to do that.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. 14 hit.
14 does hit.
That's cool.
Smashing in and wounding the creature once again, wearing it down a bit.
And let's spam him.
That will hit as well. smashing him into the side.
All right. I say now get. Go on, get.
All right, Dian's turn. He will pop to here. He will throw a produce flame, suffering that cover penalty. See if he can do some damage against the creature. Ooh, he is going to miss and pop back up there. Top of the round, Blixel.
Okay, Blixel's confused by where the other one went, but he goes, screw it! And I'll rush through here and try to swing at that one.
Okay.
I'm just going to do short sword for now because that's the damage built in.
Nice. All right, go ahead and post
Nice.
a piercing crit. Twice as many damage dice as normal. Okay, so go ahead and post. That's a true crit plus 1 point of piercing damage at the start of each of its turns. Oh,
On
right.
a crit. On a crit, does that weapon automatically do the spell? I can't remember. I thought it had something on a crit.
I don't
No,
believe
it's
so.
it's if I let me see where.
I could be wrong. I was just thinking it was like on a crit, it automatically does it or something.
If he fumbles, it fucks him over, but I don't.
Oh,
remember.
okay. Maybe that's
Yeah. There's just sort of a negative thing, but it's only if I roll a 1 on the spell effect roll.
okay. Yeah, my misunderstanding.
But indeed, I am going to viciously mock it after that.
All right, bonus action, vicious mockery towards the creature.
And I say, if being a moron was a crime, you'd already been sentenced to death. As I use my insult generator on it.
Those words suddenly appear on the blade.
Do spell effect.
Yes. No, it is once again not effective.
These dogs are immune to criticism.
Nice.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, well, the creature really wanted to go after Serena since she recklessly attacked. He had an advantage, but since he can't do that, he's going to try to bite you, Blixel. Defense roll, please. Manages to hit you, Blixel. Dealing 16 points of piercing damage, and I need a strength saving throw.
Is that public or?
Yep, public.
And I'm going to spend a hero point on that.
All right, go ahead and roll a hero point. 14 is enough. You are not knocked prone. All right, so go ahead and take that damage. Now I see Serena wants to use her reaction again. Just double checking. Yep, yeah, so you've got your reaction back, so you're good. So again, you are, let me double check reckless.
Yeah, I have reach, but it says creature within 5 feet of you. Does that mean I can't use it?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, you're right. Yep, so you could only do that if he's within 5 feet of you, which he's not.
Whoops.
No worries. Yep. All right, so Blixel was wounded, not knocked prone though, which is a good thing, as Blixel definitely remembers. This creature will also then vanish. With the source of the fear gone, I'm going to leave the icons on. Those of you that have the frightened, you're not frightened at the moment, but it could come back up. Saline.
Well, Saline didn't see it vanish, so she'll step here. Remembering the dog was right in front of her. I don't take an opportunity attack if I try to move into an occupied space, right?
No.
Okay. She'll attempt to move here and see if she bumps into anything.
She does not.
They disappeared.
Then I will simply pop back to my original position, and I will ready a sacred flame if I see one.
Okay. All right, Mr. Serpentwind suddenly feels that he can actually move once again. He pops up here, but not seeing anything really. He is going to bounce back and dodge. Tabard.
All right. I am going to go ahead and move a little bit and I'm going to take the dodge action, and then I'm going to move a little bit. And I will end my turn here.
All right, before Jason's turn, this dog is going to reappear here, which will trigger Serena's Sacred Flame.
Okay. I'll forgive that you misnamed me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Saline.
It's okay. Sacred Flame. And that is, of course, a spell effect roll.
Indeed, yes.
Boop.
Nice. That'll be a critical hit. Go ahead and post
Yep.
a critical
Nice.
radiant damage. We don't see these very
Radiant.
often.
Nice.
Yeah.
You become beast.
God. Dazzled.
All right.
There
So
we
twice
go.
as many damage Jason normal. So true crit, and the creature cannot willingly move closer to you until the end of its next turn.
Nice,
So I'll
dude.
roll the extra 2d8, I think, because it wouldn't have done that already,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So
another
15,
5 to 15.
radiant. All right. That is going to wound the creature. It is then going to attack Serena at advantage thanks to her reckless attack.
Does my sentinel come into play here because it entered my...
No, this is not considered movement. So no, it doesn't enter your space when it does this.
Okay.
All right, so defense roll at disadvantage, please, Serena.
Sorry, I didn't have my token highlighted.
All right, this indeed will connect. It's going to be 14 points of piercing damage against you, Serena. You can have that to 7 since you're raging, but I will need a strength saving throw. Nice. You managed to avoid getting pulled to the ground. And then, Jason, it is your turn.
Kind of feel like I'm playing Frederick all over again, but I'm gonna come around the corner. Oof, I see his back's to me. I'm going to use first level spell slot to use Chaos Bolt, and I'm gonna try to attack him from behind. Oof.
That is going to miss.
All right, and I skitter behind Serpent Wind.
Go ahead and post damage just to burn the slot. Obviously, we won't apply that damage. And then, Serena, your turn.
Okay. Gonna keep swinging.
Just normal now, right? Not reckless?
Let's make it reckless.
All right, you recklessly attack once again. You are attacking at advantage now since the source of your fear is not within sight. 18 will hit. For a walloping amount of damage, hurting this one badly.
A little extra attack.
That one will miss, however.
Bummer. Does hero points are added to it?
If you wish to spend one, yep.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right, we'll add 7 to your
I'm
12.
raging.
No worries, we'll add 7 to your 12, making it a 19, and yes, that will hit. Dealing another chunk of damage to this ghost dog.
And lastly, I'll bam him.
Okay, you followed up with a smashing of the other side of Shipwrecker, which connects. Wounding him again.
Well done, Libby.
Don't worry, guys. We'll clean up this mess in just a second.
All right, Dean's going to throw some more fire. Oof, that is a Fumbleia.
My dad used to shout that during football games. That's a throwback.
Absolutely. All right, so his arm cramps. He's unable to perform somatic components to cast spells until the end of his next turn. That is a bummer. Put that one on him, and we move to the top of the next round. Blixel.
Okay, Blixel is going to be like, oh, I'm just running circles around you, Serena. He's going to swing to this side of her and just try to stab it. Stabbing away.
That will connect. Wounding the creature.
So just to clarify, it's all with Mocking Blade, just to make sure it's the magic damage or whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm tracking.
And then Vicious Mockery. I'm just going to keep doing it until it works. Dang. Not this time.
No, that is not going to work. I'm going to fix your Mocking Blade just real quick, so you'll be able to use that, but feel free to end your turn if you're all set.
All right. He just goes, whoop! PU! I thought breath weapons were supposed to come out of your mouth. But it doesn't.
Whoa.
The dog just blinks at him, and then he looks around. There's crickets in this dungeon somehow. That's the end of my turn.
All right, before Celine's turn, the other ghost dog is going to reappear on the flanking side of Serena, now being able to take advantage of that reckless attack plus flank, plus the source of fear has returned now. So for those of you that are currently frightened, you are once again affected by the fright. And this creature is going to attempt to bite you, Serena. Defense roll at disadvantage. It manages to connect against you, dealing 5, cut down to 2 points of damage because you rage, and then a strength saving throw, please. Once again, it's unable to pull you off your feet to the ground as you hold firm. Celine, your turn.
All right, we're gonna firebolt the one in front of me and try to take it off the map. So, bop.
Whoa, fire crit.
Yep.
Twice as... Okay. All right, so it's 14, so go ahead and throw another 2d10.
Yes.
Oh, 29 points
Holy
of damage.
shit.
Yes, this creature is incinerated.
Also, I think there's a bleed on one of them, but I don't remember which one it is.
Yep, I'm tracking.
Okay. We're good.
All right, Mr. Serpentwind's turn. Once again, afraid. Can't really do much. Tavard.
All right, just because I want to do something, I'm going to go ahead and throw a dart at it with disadvantage.
All right. That will connect, even at disadvantage.
I pushed it, but it's slow, so I'm going to push it again.
All right, the dart sinks into the creature's ghostly kind of flesh, in quotes. You're going to notice that it is resistant to non-magical piercing damage.
Hey, did something.
All right, Jason.
All right. I just realized I was talking without holding the button, but he's gonna move up to here and to Serena's little aura of safety and windlash the bad guy. God dang.
That will be a fumble. Yeah, we got a lot of wild dice rolls tonight, a lot of crits and fumbles. All right, and your current turn, and
Dang.
you are surprised.
Bad one.
Just when I move into freaking field of view, of course.
All right, Serena.
Okay, I'm gonna keep swinging.
Again, normal, because you didn't declare. I'm
Oh.
assuming that's a normal.
Shoot.
So that will miss, but if you want to
Alrighty.
now declare reckless, you can certainly do that.
Yeah, let's go reckless now.
All right, feel free to make your second attack. That will hit. Wounding the ghost dog. That'll hit as well. Wounding again. You can see some of this shadow stuff that makes up his body dripping away and hitting the ground like black ichor.
Now go on, get out of here and tell your friends not to bother us.
All right, Dian's turn. He can't cast spells, and he's just he's got a cramp, and he's kind of
Tentacle rod.
shaking it out. He could do that.
Yeah, he'll tentacle rod slap it.
He loves that tentacle run.
I was
A
trying to
lot.
remember the range on the tentacle rod. I think it was 15, right?
15, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll give that a shot. Hitting on 2 of those attacks.
Nice, 9 points.
And then moving back up on top of his little sarcophagus as we get to Blixel's turn.
Kill it, kill it,
That's
kill it,
good.
kill
getting
it.
the dead.
I keep swinging at it. My mom would never let me have dog.
That will miss.
I will use my other offhand short sword.
That will also miss.
No. Okay. I don't have any hero points. I go, oh no, you can get away.
All right. Unsurprisingly, it continues focusing on Serena as she reckless attacked. Serena, defense roll at disadvantage. It manages to connect against you, Serena. Another 7 cut down to 3 piercing, and another strength save needed. Once again, you are not able to be knocked off your feet at all. And you will see, as before, it vanishes. And I am just going to say, folks, based on how badly hurt it is, it has no intention of coming back. So I'm going to take us out of combat.
See, guys, no problem. Let's go.
One problem, that howl was really loud. If our pursuers heard it, they're coming this way. So we need to.
Or
We need
they're
to
afraid of
figure
these
out how to
dogs.
unleash a banshee on them.
In the name of the gods, let's get out of here.
Which way we
Adam,
go?
is it good to take away the fear effects?
Yes.
I'll go and grab Serpent Wind and say, oh, well, okay, let's go.
There's a dead body
okay.
here.
Yes, Blixel, as you get a bit closer, you recognize one of those individuals that was in company with the Fext. It looks like it has been torn apart by a massive biting jaw at its side.
By a phantom dog, perhaps?
I think the dog's got him. We keep moving.
That means maybe we can circle around.
There's more dead bodies. The dog's got a bunch of them. Blixel's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself.
All right.
Can I give these guys a search at them?
You can if you're willing to spend, 30 seconds to a minute or so.
I got your back. You look.
Yeah, we'll see if they got anything on them.
All right. Feel free to give me a blind check. You don't find anything of value upon them, no kind of pockets or anything like that. However, I will say, as you're now looking pretty closely at this individual, you notice that it is very much human in appearance, though obviously mutated to some effect, as its face is kind of exaggerated, has claws at the end, but it doesn't look like a completely separate species. It looks like it has quite a bit of base human in it.
See, Tabard, this could have been you.
Yeah, I know nothing about that. Let's go.
Is it wearing armor, Adam?
It is not.
This place is huge.
We gotta get out of here.
I kind of want to
Take a
bring
left,
that corpse
take a
back
left.
with me.
I think I know where
in
we
my
are. Go
laboratory.
left.
Wait, I see something up there. And move back.
Jason, are you gonna check this one too?
Hey, I saw.
Go ahead, I'll cover you this time.
Hey! I saw something at the far end of this chamber to the west.
Is it the idol? The monkey-looking thing with the face?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, these are to those bridges.
I only caught a glimpse of a red circle token looking thing, and I didn't know what it was.
It's the idol room, it looks like.
I'm
Yeah,
searching
that's
the
where we
body.
should be, if my sense of direction is working.
Serena, you as well find nothing of value on this body.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here while everybody passes and keep an eye on the idol, Adam.
Do I remember we just go up these stairs, or when I got led by John Serpentwind down here?
You seem to recall that you came through that southern passage just to your east there, Blixel, kind of south and then head west and find yourself back outside. Nope, not west there. South, yeah, make your way back. So you'll notice that passage just to your east there goes south. That's the way.
Okay.
And then stick to your west. That's what you recall as the way out.
Watch out for Fexts.
Yeah, I didn't see Fex in that pile of bodies, just two of the other ones.
How many were chasing? Not that way, Blixel. This way.
Oh. I'm frazzled. Let's get out of here.
Yep, I'm just gonna keep my eyes on the hallway as everybody passes, make sure it's clear.
Oh, God, the brambles.
Go.
I gotta push through the brambles.
All right, you push through them as before, Blixel, finding yourself outside. All right,
How long do you
safe
think you've been down there, Adam?
Is it safe to assume everybody's pushing through? I'll just move you guys all in one block.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, let's get you guys over to there. Let's do a quick little bit of maintenance here. I'm going to remove the aura from Serena, as obviously her rage has ended. Going to remove...
Takes...
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
take the cotton out of his ears.
All right, feel free to remove your yellow dot if you're doing that. All right, and Mr. Serpentwind, of course, is no longer concentrating on his illusion spell. Okay, and then I think I heard, how long have you been down here? Do you mean just in this latest excursion?
Just in general, has it been about a full day of us going in and out of this place?
No. No, so you guys got here at night, as a reminder, right? So you guys entered here originally somewhere around like 7 p.m. You would probably guess it's close to midnight by this point.
Okay. So Jason will say, well, here's what I suggest. We make a small camp, sleep over the night, come up with a plan. We know where the orb should be because we found its protector. We also know there's some shady individuals coming through portals. So it'll give us some time to think, catch our breaths, make sure we're at our strongest to take on that, what'd you call it, a greater banshee? Saline.
Yeah, that's the one. I agree. We shouldn't do any more fighting tonight if we can help it.
All right. Let's find the camp, a good quarter-mile away, and come back in the morning.
Sounds good.
And guys, I just got to tell you, I got to listen to birds and stuff chat, so I'm not going to go back in there with you. That was Ian, by the way.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, are they talking some serious tea, Dean?
Yeah, a lot of chitter-chatter.
Okay. That guy loves birds.
All right, so I'm going to move you guys back to the regional map because I'm assuming you're climbing back up the cliff face and then trying to move about a quarter mile away, I believe I heard.
Well, if we're climbing up the cliff, we could probably just go camp somewhere around the top of the cliff, right?
I don't know if we should do that. I think we should move far enough away so that if the Fex doesn't just pop her head out and see us, then...
Yeah, I don't want to be close where they could, stumble upon us,
Fair enough.
You didn't see those energy bolts he was shooting, man. They were taking pieces of the marble out.
Well, if I get targeted by one, I can probably absorb it. Adam, can I do a check on those dogs? See
Sure.
if I know. I don't think I have Jason's token on this map.
You could just drag it over to the right-hand side. That's kind of our collection spot for tokens at the moment.
And then remember, I get a double proficiency bonus for any checks on monsters.
Okay.
So what is it, an extra +3?
Well, so if you're not proficient in the skill, though, is it baseline? Do you want to post that ability real quick?
Sure. I think it's this one. Yeah, it says if I don't have proficiency in the required skill.
Okay, so you're treated as being proficient. So in this skill, you don't have, based on your roll, what I'm seeing. So I'm going to give you proficiency, but still, that will be a failed check. All right. Is there anything in particular you guys are doing other than trying to find a decent place to camp in order to spend the night out here in the woods?
No, but we're not going to get a long rest from this, right?
Correct. All right, so I see that both Serena and Tavern have a short rest left. Would you like to spend one of your
I was
short
just gonna
rests?
say that. Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, guys, if we sleep, then we get all of our short rest back the next day. So we could just take one in the morning.
Yeah,
Right, but I could
that's
use
true.
one now and then take a long
yeah.
rest and
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Jude
You guys
tomorrow.
could do. Yeah, you guys who have it left. But for everybody else, just don't forget we do get ours back.
That's true. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so I'm going to apply a short rest for both Serena and Tavern since there's no sense not to use it. Remember to type in which rest option from our house rules that you are using, and then restore whatever it is that you've selected.
Hey Adam, well, I'll take a look here. I can remove weariness though, right? For a short rest.
I believe you can do 1 point, yes.
You did say we found a place to camp, though, Adam?
Well, you guys can go ahead and throw a survival check. Someone wants to take the lead on that. You will certainly find a place, but how the goodness of that place will depend on your roll.
Not Jason's best thing. You know, he's used to nice
I bet I
commodities, being a
can find a
noble.
spot.
Yeah, he needs
Is-
enough space to pitch this two-person tent he brought with him.
Could I help somebody, or is some? Sorry.
Yeah, if both of you are proficient, you can certainly help Tavern.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you, Tavern.
All right, Tavern, throw me a blind check as you and Serena put your heads together looking for a good place to camp overnight. You know, maybe it's this location. There's not a lot of great places. You're not finding much in the way of protection from overhead. You don't find anything that looks all that great. After you search around for like 30 minutes or so, you kind of almost think that, well, maybe you should be down like in the beachfront because at least the wall there would be coverage, but you decide, no, you don't want that Fex potentially popping out. So you pick we'll say a not great place out kind of in the open because that seems to be the only real option.
Yeah, let me just say, it's probably has nothing to do with the location. It's probably just my eyesight. Even with advantage.
It's okay. I've got this tent here I can pitch. Yeah, it's just big enough for me and another, though. And Jason will start pitching his two-person tent.
All right. Anything special anybody's doing other than posting watches and sleeping overnight? Okay, hearing nothing, then I will assume that you guys have posted watches. You're trying to be careful here. I'm going to treat this as just a group check real quick rather than asking you who's taking which watch. One moment. Okay. the night goes by pretty uneventfully. So you certainly hear the sound of kind of night animals, that kind of thing. I assume each of you kind of dips into your rations and eats some food. But yeah, the night goes by mostly uneventfully. So, however, Tavard, please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Probably for no reason, right?
Oh, probably not.
Something's not working. Hold on. I'm getting a weird.
Maybe
me just
try
re-
refresh.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna do. Yeah.
Hello?
Or you just have me afraid, and I just don't want to admit it. Who knows?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Jordan.
Okay, good. I didn't have anything important to say. I just noticed that I wasn't lighting up.
For the rest of you guys, you can feel free to set your short rest back to 2. If you're planning on spending one here in the morning, obviously just set it to 1 and then type in what you're using a short rest on.
Hey Adam, I'm gonna go ahead and just roll it, and then we can just add it. Add a +3 to this. It's giving me some unexpected error again. So
Okay.
For the morning short rest, I will play my card if it goes off.
All right.
Nice.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Tavard, you have failed that check.
I'm sure
Goodness,
I didn't.
buddy.
I'm sure I passed it.
Please throw me a D100.
Oh, man.
Oh no. You got a ring on your finger.
Says how many years you age. 44.
All right. And then please throw me a D10.
Man, more dice.
This is how many extra years you get.
All right. Now I've got to consult a table I never thought I'd have to look at.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
That's-
man.
I don't know if I want to hear that.
What did you
Oh,
do in the
man.
shadow realm, Bill?
Well, we
That's
didn't
weird,
marry,
but
but
this is
you know.
exciting. Adam's like, sweet, I didn't even think I'd ever have to use this.
That's kind of funny in a sad way, but yeah.
Other realm
Wow,
STD chart.
Bill, roll me a 1D109.
What the fuck?
All right,
By the
Adam.
way, Adam, did you hear that
so, yeah.
Okay. So overnight here, Tavard, you have these very vivid and strong dreams of this large pillar of purple and white light. You feel as though when you ran away from that location, you probably made quite a big mistake, because now that you think back on that event, it was a lot of joy. Even though these people looked kind of strange, and even though it was a little bit not what you're used to, you realize there was a whole lot of love there, and they were just trying to really give you some kind of great blessing, and you really miss this. But you have not completely failed out of this, because the blessing of Oryx has somehow come upon you even overnight, even as you slept, and you realize you can now breathe underwater.
Oh man.
That's cool.
That's interesting.
Comma,
That's how it
but
starts. They give you something cool.
Yeah, do you share this
waiting.
with us, Tavard?
no.
Imagine what you would have got if you married her.
All right, now I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody else's things. Did anybody have a question or a statement about their short rest? Or I think Serena, you said, or Saline, you said you want to spend your card.
I did, if that's okay, but then all that happened, so I don't know if
Yeah, if it applied, absolutely, yeah.
it
Go ahead
does
and throw
apply.
that. And yeah, we don't really have a spot here for cards on this map, but feel free to just throw it dead center. All right, you have used the relaxing rest card. which allows, when you use this, you and your group members completed a short rest can select 2. Great card here. So each of you that took a short rest, you guys have spent one of the options, for example. If you picked spells, you can now pick a second one. Remember, you can't pick the same thing twice.
Nice.
Hey, Adam, I'm going to check my body to make sure I don't have gills or anything like that.
All right, you perform a quick check of the body. Go ahead and go throw me a blind check here, Tavern.
All right, let's see if my buttons are working here. Did
Yeah.
that go through, Adam?
It sure
Okay.
did, yeah. No, you don't have any gills upon you. You feel fine. You don't notice anything off, but man, yeah, you just, that blessing, you can feel like in the back of your mind this connection to Oryx, and you just, all these kind of visions of grand underwater adventures just fill your head.
All right, I'm going to log out and restart. None of my saving throws are working right now, so.
Very strange. Yeah, feel free to do so.
Just a gentle reminder, everyone, that when we rest, they rest. So that dog is probably back to full health. So let's not go that way.
Did anybody
Yeah,
wake
but
up and say their prayers to their God and learn silence this morning?
So I am a wizard mostly. I just have 1 level of cleric, so I would not be able to do that, unfortunately.
I'll pray to whatever god you want right about now.
Yeah, Avani will protect us. Don't worry.
Yes, my mother is really religious, but like I just never really liked church. She used to make me go all the time.
I got some good zingers. I've been working on it.
I'm sure the Banshee will stop long enough to listen to them, Blixel.
Adam, I'm just going to throw a bunch of saving throws if it works or not, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Could Blixel also have played the Song of Rest for the people that got HP, even though he didn't recover any?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that works that way. Just go ahead and post it. Tabber, you didn't like change your name on your sheet or anything recently, did you?
No, the only thing I changed was the icon or anything.
Let me just do a quick double check. So you're saying you click any save and it doesn't work?
Yeah, so I'll see if I can copy. This is what I found is the error.
Yep, yeah, so I see it as well. So just one moment.
Can I just roll 1d6 for the song for everybody?
So each of those creatures gains 1d6, so they can each roll a d6. Whoever
Okay.
recovered HP, remember. So I'm not sure if anybody picked HP, did they?
Well, I did.
Eileen and Serena, both of them.
Okay, then
Yeah.
those of you guys that picked HP, feel free to roll d6 if you're still missing any.
Oh, no.
I am at
rolled
full,
them.
but I'll roll 1d6 to make Blixel feel better. There, I got 1 extra.
Oh, wait a minute. I bet you I know what it is. Okay. So what it's trying to do is add your weariness in there, Tavern, and it looks like you removed it completely as opposed to setting it to 0. So put a 0 on your red bubble and then try again, and I bet you'll be fine.
Yep, I did do that. I had no clue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the formulas and things, if they find a blank, it really messes with it, right? It needs to see that number, whatever, even if it's a 0.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okie doke, folks. Okay, is there anything else that we need to resolve for the short rest, or is there any other questions?
Did the weariness go away for everybody, or is that just a short rest for Tavern thing?
Only if you picked that option. The short rest remove
Okay.
weariness is one of the options. If you did not pick that, then no, you still have your weariness.
Gotcha. I didn't sleep a wink. I was stuck on some branches.
Hey, Adam, just to let you know, I'm going to do wariness and a hero point since I get 2.
Yep, yeah. Go ahead and just throw that right into the chat just so we don't miss it or if we have to go back and see anything. But yeah, feel free to update your sheet as appropriate.
I brought my tent, but I forgot my bedroll, so that sleep sucked. But I did get some magical stuff back. Ooh, nice. And I got one of my bloodline abilities back.
All right, folks. Well, as we are halfway through our session here, I feel like this is a good time to take our 15-minute break. Let's go ahead and break for 15 and come back on the other side.
See you guys.
All right, let's kill this
Yeah.
banshee.
Welcome, everybody, on the second half of our session. Team has just completed a rest overnight out in the coast area here. You guys had no interruptions at night, so overall, you were able to recover some, and thanks to a card played, you had a very restful rest. In fact, is there anything you guys are wanting to do before you make your way back down to the entrance to the ruins? Okay, hearing nothing, I will assume you guys are good with that, and I'm going to put you back on map. Guys, that orb, it's so near, I can almost feel it.
Yeah, we just have to get past a terrifying banshee to get it.
You see he nods slowly, once again checking that he's got those cotton earplugs at his side.
Can I check to make sure there's none of those crabs?
Sure, checking meaning visually checking, or how are you checking?
Yeah, visually checking. I don't want to agitate them.
Sure, blind check. I mean, you see the trails all around. There certainly could be lots more here.
I'll try to pick my way through to get to the bramble.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to do so seemingly without agitating any. Are you poking on in through the through all the shrubs and such?
Can Blixel see anything like through it?
I mean, very little. Think of this as like fractions of lines of sight. If you move the vines here and there, you can change the angle, but it's so thick that unless you really push through, you don't get a good visual.
All right, he'll try to like at least listen then, just to make sure there's not people on the other side. I know if they're in a trap, they're probably not making much noise, but just to be on the safe side, he'll listen intently before going through.
Sure. Another blind check there, Blixel? No, you hear nothing from the other side of the vine wall.
All right, they'll push through.
Okay, you find yourself on the other side. Mr. Serpentwind once again conjures his dancing lights that float very close to him. All right, as each of you begins to push through, I'm going to move you guys through the vine wall.
Oof, I forgot. I need to recast mage armor on myself out.
Okay. It doesn't look like anything has changed, guys. That's a good sign, right?
Unless that's what
Yeah.
we want you to think.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, maybe we'd be lucky and they all fought each other more. Want to go south?
So
I think
where that rift was.
the shortest route we can find is probably the better way.
I honestly think we go back through where the dogs were because we beat that one's ass. She doesn't say ass, but we beat that one pretty badly. I think it'll see us and not want to mess with us, and that would mean we wouldn't have to climb a rope again.
Let's do it.
Have we gone down here yet? Do we know if maybe it cuts across? I can't see that far. There's a path down here.
Probably some kind of horrible monster down there as well, but
Maybe it cuts around to the water.
I guess we're going this way.
I'm gonna pre-stuff my ears, Adam.
Feel free to add the yellow icon if you wish to do so.
You know, like
Seeing
once we get
that,
to
he's
this
like-
point, yeah. Once we get to this point, I'm like, all right.
Are there any distinguishing features between these two sets of doors?
Other than the fact that the south wall is double doors and that one on the west is a single door, no, they look very similar.
I'm gonna remove the cotton from my ears and try to listen to this one.
Okay, blind check there, Serena. It's hard to make out exactly, but you think you hear the sound of a flame.
I say burning, and I try to do charades for fire.
Oh, please describe what that looks like.
It involves pantomiming, doing a flint rock, and then how do you describe this?
So kind of like you're striking it, right, to try to like start a spark. Is that what I'm getting at?
Yeah, and then I'm using my fingers to like wiggle upward, like.
All right. You notice Mr. Serpent would nod like, yeah, he's got it.
Tavard mentioned something about hearing that when he was leaving the storage room. It might be the same thing.
Well, sounds bad.
Alexa, what do you hear on the other side of that door?
Alexa will take the cotton swabs out of his ears and check his door while listening.
All right, blind check as well. You hear nothing, Blixel.
Mine's clear. Should I open it? All right. Seeing blank stares, Blixel grasp the handle.
You notice a small you close it. You notice a small opening that opens into a chamber with another another exit from that chamber straight across from you. You also notice some kind of a strange fungus growth.
Of course, Nature Boy went on a walk.
We've got fungus. Is the fungus at the far end of the chamber?
Yes.
I'm pretty good with nature. Interesting. Adam, from this distance, can I see any distinguishing features that would... Because it looks like... This is what we were talking about, right? It looks rather large.
It is, yes. When you say
Yeah, like-
distinguishing features, give me an idea of what you're looking for.
You know, like if you're thinking about fauna, you know, like, you know, the signature toadstool is red with white spots. Anything like that, that would... From this distance, I could immediately tell what it would be before we got too close, because I wouldn't want a little pff of spurs.
You're trying to ID the fungus, then?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Blind check, please. You are not familiar with this fungus at all, Jason. It is completely foreign to you.
Is it good for you?
I take my swab out. I said, "What?"
Is that fungus good for you? Should I eat?
I've never seen it nor heard of it, so I would not eat it. No. I put my swab back in. What's this in the corner here?
That is a skull that is facing the north wall.
Adam, can I make an insight check? Does it seem like all of the skulls have been oriented facing the same direction?
Sure, blind check.
Because this one's just staring at the wall, the other one was staring down the hallway towards us. They all seem to be looking up. Or north, I guess I should say, but maybe that's just Dylan.
Based on your memory, the two solitary skulls that you found, yes. Now, you have found other skeletons with skulls intact that were certainly not facing north, so does that mean anything? Hard to say.
Okay, well, I took the other two, so I'll add this one as well.
All right, you grab the skull and take it with you.
Okay. Does anybody... Well, when I was up there, I could see that there's something back here in the corner. There's more of that fungus, but it looks like it goes further down.
All right, from there, Jason, you notice the chamber to the west is bathed in a sickly, bioluminescent glow emanating from the thick layers of fungi that cover nearly every surface. The walls, floor, and ceiling are draped in a tapestry of mold and mushrooms, creating a living, pulsating landscape that seems almost sentient. The room's stonework is barely visible beneath the dense layers of fungi. The walls are encrusted with large bulbous mushrooms in shades of violet and green, their caps oozing with a viscous, iridescent slime that glimmers faintly in the dim light. Smaller, bioluminescent fungi cling to the ceiling, casting an eerie, phosphorescent light that illuminates the room with a ghostly blue-green hue.
Interesting. So I look at him and say I'm gonna try something, and then I'm gonna snuff my light and kind of smile. You see how it glows? Then I'll click it back on.
And by click it back on, you mean you are recasting the spell.
Yes.
All right.
It's that slime that gets me. It's a viscous, iridescent slime.
Oh, that sounds gross.
Can I
Saline.
touch it?
Alright, hang on.
That's just
Saline.
what?
Even with the swabs in my ear, I'm gonna wave to her and then do like a eyeballs and then point towards that room in there. I don't know what the fungus is, but have you ever seen anything like this?
Well, you already did the check, so the DM's gonna be mad if I try. But
You can try, just it would be a disadvantage, so we don't have the constant circle of, hey, I try, now I try, now I try.
well, I'm gonna roll really high anyway, so we'll see.
All right, so from where you are right now, Saline, the mushrooms or the fungus right in front of you, you don't recognize this to be anything kind of dangerous. It's just a natural fungus growth that likes moist and humid environments. However, however, north of that collection of fungus, you do recognize a species that you know to be a void fungi. Void fungi are actually sentient creatures, and they look completely like regular fungus until they move. Right now, it is not moving at all; it's completely still. What you know about void fungi are that they are not inherently evil, but they certainly will defend themselves, or they might fight or attack if they're startled, or they kind of get the impression that you're damaging, that sort of thing. So knowing exactly what causes it to attack, it's hard to say, but you know that it certainly is capable of doing so. And in fact, it has the ability to have these like strands of mushroom that hang off of it, pierce out and deal some poison damage. It is also able to use psychic energy blasts, and then it also has the ability to consume energy from humanoid hosts.
So all that's to say, we probably shouldn't disturb anything in that room. There are creatures among the fungi that would not respond well to our interloping.
Is there anything they like that we could lure them with?
Long walks on the
Marshmallow.
beach, lots of detritus to consume.
Me too.
You like detritus.
We're talking about junk food, right?
I guess so. Well, do we even have to go through that room?
I don't think so.
Why don't we just leave the living fungus alone?
I think that would be best. I think that's what they would want.
Yeah, well,
Well,
sometimes you
hearing now
think
that
you're
they're not-
going to bed for a nice quiet sleep and you're not.
I can't see everything, but it does not look like that room leads anywhere.
I don't see a reason to disturb them unless we have no other choice. And we know whereabouts we're going.
So shall we continue on this way or back the...
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, you guys don't want to go through the door that sounds like fire?
I do.
You can check it out. Let's open it. 3, 2, 1.
You didn't do yours.
As you open this door, Serena, and look in, you notice this half-circle platform contains a large statue of a robed figure holding a plate that contains a roiling flame. There is no obvious source of fuel for the flame, but the flames flicker on nonetheless. A haphazard-looking wood bridge spans across a chasm. The sound of slow-moving water can be heard below, except not with your earplugs in.
Blixel, you're going cold turkey, huh?
Well, unless they unleash that banshee, should be okay till she's out.
I don't know. Those dogs howling was kind of scary.
All right.
Blixel, as you move and step up towards the statue, you notice the flames seemingly react to your presence.
In a
Oh,
good
man.
way.
No.
They dance with happiness.
I
in
love
a,
it.
In a this kind of way.
He said, no.
Oh,
Oh,
animated.
cool.
Cool.
So think
Dang.
of that little spigot there. Doesn't really happen, but the flames leap forth from the plate and strike out at you. As that occurs, I will need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
You're dexterous, right?
He's so
Yeah, you are,
dexterous.
buddy.
You manage to evade the worst of the flame, but are still scorched. You will take
Oh no, not the nice cloak.
12 points of fire damage. You notice the flames aren't as moving now. They seem to be a little bit stiller.
Well, get away from there.
Should we go through?
I'm going to test it.
Before Bushel leaves, he does the divine sense, because this is where I detected the thing before, right?
It looks very similar, yes.
This looks like the room on the other side of the bridge.
Nice.
Yes.
Shortcut. What's up?
Yes, you do indeed detect presences, Blixel. You notice that there is something in the water here and something in the water here.
There's still undead evil creatures in there.
I'm gonna look at... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and we probably don't want to cross the rickety bridge since we know of another way elsewhere.
I am
Let's go through these
to-
doors, guys.
I'm going to cure wounds on Blixel. I'm also going to use a sorcery point to do subtle spell at him.
Okay.
and so it doesn't make any sounds, but I'm just going to hold his ear and then kind of close my eyes, and you'll feel a little heal.
I just quickly refresh my memory. I think you were out of sorcery points, so you get those back on a short rest?
Oh, you're right. It says I can get one thing back because of my, right, it's like an ability. Hang on. The fourth option or fifth. Recover a number
Is
of
that-
uses of an ability that has multiple uses that are normally restored on a long rest equal to their proficiency bonus.
And that's what you
So-
picked? You restored sorcery points?
I did sorcery points and spell slots because Jordan played his card. So
Okay,
I did.
perfect. Yep,
Yep,
yeah, that
yep.
works. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, that's because I still have my weariness and I still am -5 HP. So I went spell slots and sorcery points.
Okay, my bad. I missed that in the chat then. I was kind of trying to watch them, but I didn't see it.
Oh, I even put what spell slots I took back. It's up there.
Yeah, I saw the spell slots for sure. I missed the sorcery points somehow. But like I say, it's no big deal. It's you followed the rules. You're good.
All right, perfect. So that's 11 back to you, Blixel. And it
Awesome.
happened quietly.
Guys, if I'm dancing back and forth here, I'm like, guys, if you stay back here, it doesn't trigger anything.
Yeah, but what about the bad guys? Blixel
Just-
panic shut the door behind him. Okay.
I'm gonna
Putting out
listen.
fire.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Well, what if we lured them out? We took care of them, and then we would have a quick access right to the bridge.
Because
mean,
the
what-
bridge might not be passable.
The other way was faster. It just had dogs.
Wait, so I thought this was the backside. Like I thought, and I can't see around the corner, but I thought if we go this way and then this way, we're back to where the bridge is to go to Banshee room, right?
If we
Yeah.
go, kind of. This is the bridge to the storage room, and then we would go around. Yeah.
Further east, but yes.
I take the.
But we have bad guys in the way.
Say that again, Serena. You got kind of drowned out there.
I take the cotton out of my ears and I listen at this door.
All right, perception check there, Serena. Blind check.
If that's the case, then I think left is back to where that shadow rift got opened in the beginning where we were at, where the storeroom was, and then that long hallway that went straight down. I imagine that's probably where that leads.
You hear nothing from the other side of the door, Serena.
What door did you guys listen to before that you said sounded like fire?
We were in the storage room, and we were turning around to leave, and Tavard noticed the sound of flickering flame, which is probably this thing, because we're right across from the storage rooms.
Yes, and Serena, traps usually reset after a certain amount of time, so maybe you come on this side here if you're going to go over there, so it doesn't hit you on accident.
I think you're safe if you stay within 10 feet of the wall.
Just it hates elves.
It's racist. First the idol, then the flames.
Actually, can I investigate like the nature of the statue to see if there's any religious or historical?
You
Anything?
can. Yeah, blind check. With the amount of time that has passed since this statue was first constructed, you don't see anything that sticks out to you as any kind of additional information. No writings, no sigils. Nothing here really sticks out to you, Serena.
Should we go this way or should we go back the way we came? I mean, either way leads to our point, but what do you want to do, guys?
I feel like this way is more dangerous. We should just go the way we came.
Sure. However, those Fex creatures are that other direction. They could be laying in wait for us.
They could be, but I know for a fact that there's some undead creatures in this water here, over this rickety dock.
I'll
You
take
haven't
could be over
seen
for a
them.
fact.
You haven't you seen them, or like we haven't like.
I sense them. Just like I sense you when I do it.
Did you
That's
drop a
okay.
mic after you said that, Blixel?
No. He just smiles at her.
Serena puts her cotton balls back in.
Blixel does the same.
All right, somebody point us in the right direction.
I think we should go back to where the dogs were. That seems like the most straightforward approach. And if we run into the Fext and her minions, then we deal with them then. But some of them were already dealt with for us.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Just real quickly, Adam, I'm gonna look at this skeleton because I don't think we've come down this way. Is it similar to what we've seen or I've seen so far?
It is similar, and actually, Dean investigated this one in a previous occurrence here.
Okay, cool. They all seem to be the same age. I just want to point out that one looks like it's pointing in the same direction.
Here, you go in front of me.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
But I also don't know where I'm going.
Just follow the dead bodies, I guess.
Was
Was
this
this
blood here before?
You gotta go
Yes.
south. You gotta go south here.
Those bloody footprints, were they those new?
Is that like a memory check you would like to do? If so, blind check.
I think I saw them on our way out. I didn't
Was
mention them. 'Cause
Asking too, but yeah, I'll do a memory check.
Celine thinks she saw those before. Check, Jay. You heard Celine say that. That's all you remember.
All right. Blixel says a little prayer to Avani.
Is there any text on any of these sarcophagi?
Would you like to take some time to investigate one of them?
Yeah, we'll do this one that has the skeleton resting on top of it. Do I see a nameplate or anything?
Blind check is again, Jason.
Because I know the Andu supposedly burn their dead. So who are in these sarcophagi?
You do not see any kind of nameplate or any kind of indication of who may be inside.
Oh man, is Tavard attracted to that dang portal?
I
Oh,
will
there he is.
let you know.
Oh,
Look, after we fight that banshee, I'd like to break one of these open.
I like
all
your
right.
optimism after we fight the Banshee and win.
Well, he never said when.
Did we leave the door open? Did somebody reopen the door
No,
to
I
the
left
bridge?
the door. I left the doors open.
Why?
Action economy. I didn't want to waste any actions if we were running.
Oh, for the love of God.
Sorry, I'm a sorcerer. I can't do much. Didn't want to waste any time opening a door.
The room, it looks clear.
And in my defense, we fought 2 demon dogs right here.
Yeah, but we had the Shadow Realm chasing us.
Just remember, with your earplugs in and the distance, you guys probably aren't hearing each other.
Something about wanting to eat hot dogs or something. I don't remember.
This is it. We gotta figure out how to trigger it.
We probably have to open the sarcophagi, but to do that, we got to get through this portcullis.
What if we brought the idol into this room? I mean, it's
What?
right there.
Which idol?
The one that floats and follows Celine.
Why would I want that?
Oh, it's more like what would maybe trigger something in this room?
Okay.
Could be.
Can Blixel look at the portcullis and see if there's any sort of mechanism for opening them? Like, how do they work?
Yeah, give me a blind check, Blixel. You don't see anything. There's no lever. There's no switches here. You have no idea how the heck this thing's supposed to be open.
I'll read the words on the wall if you guys want to wait in the other room.
I don't want you to get trapped in here in case the doors lock on you.
Do they look like they could be maybe lifted open by a strong enough person?
Portcullises usually can be. When you looked at that one, you didn't see anything obvious, but I mean that's pretty typical.
I'm gonna hand my crowbar over to Tavard. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and jam the crowbar into one of these doors.
Oh.
The one that you're next to right now, Tabard?
Is that what you were looking for? Or, I look at you. Did you want me to make sure the door was jammed open, or did you want me to try to open up one of those darn things?
I'm gonna point towards the sarcophagus, and then I'll take a piton out, and then I'll gesture down to the door, and I'll lay a piton in between where the door would shut to see if it would maybe act as like a doorstop.
To force it to remain open like an inch, you mean?
Yeah. Like just lay it on the ground in the corner here, so like if the door tries to shut, you know, it would hit it and not be able to shut all the way.
Okay, gotcha.
Not like banging it into the earth. I don't want to make too much noise.
Do you wanna help here, Tavard? I'm a little strong, but not too strong.
Well, I'm not a. I mean, I'm a dwarf. Of course, I'm strong. Um,
I wanna help.
I'm gonna go ahead and Adam, I want to take a look at. I don't know if this would help or not. What's it made out of? Is it made out of stone by chance?
The portcullis?
Yeah.
It does look like it's made out of stone.
Would I be able to do a check to kind of take a look to see where it may be weakest at or anything of that nature?
Sure, yeah, blind check, Tabard.
Not sure if this dwarven stuff would help, but you know.
You are pretty confident that this is very well constructed. You don't notice any kind of weak spots that you're looking for. However, you do see that where the bars go into the ground here, there is a slight concave area that you could get your fingers under and try to lift up. There's not enough room for two people to get their hands in there, so really only one person's going to be able to do this.
I'd be happy to give it a go, and you can help spot me.
All right, a good chance you're stronger than I am, so
I mean, I
here's a crowbar.
feel like I should use the crowbar for leverage, so.
Yeah, I think it gives you like it should help you, give you a little bit of an advantage or something.
Cool. I'm gonna stick a crowbar under and give it a.
Before you do, just know your muscles are popping today. And Blixel will give Bardic Inspiration.
All right, go ahead and burn that. All right, Serena, so you've got crowbar in both hands. You're trying to dig it under there and pry with it to lift the portcullis, right?
Yeah, like turn it into like a lever.
Okay, well, go ahead and give me a blind check as you attempt to do so.
Hey, Blixel, doesn't your Bardic Inspiration come back on a short rest, or did you not take one?
I'm
He's
not that
multi-class.
level of Bard yet,
Okay, all right.
unfortunately.
Yep, okay.
Serena, this is much heavier than you expected, even with the advantage the crowbar garners you. But even once you get it under and you kind of push it a little bit, you can see a little bit of shake in the portcullis. As soon as that occurs, you feel a strange sensation seem to wash out from the east over you and into the room proper. You notice the two doors on the far end slam shut. The one on the south side, since there's a piton there, it remains open just a hair, but Saline and Jason, you both can see as though there's some kind of an invisible force holding the door pretty solid. So I'm going to try to give you just a hair of vision.
Oh man.
So something along those lines is what you see. On top of that, let me go ahead and put everybody into initiative.
What?
Good thinking with the piton. Well, I guess good thinking to Vard. And for my initiative rolls today has been 10, 11, 12. God.
All right, make sure I've got everybody. 6 of you. That looks good. Let me put on some different music. Okay, so as this sensation filters out from the east, covers the room, slams the doors shut, I'm going to ask that Tabard, now that it's your top of the initiative, is your turn. You're the first to react. What would you like to do?
I am going to. Which is the door? Not that it really matters. I'm going to come over here and try to push that door open more.
Give me an athletics check as you attempt to do so, Tabard. You are unable to force this door open, Tabard. There is some kind of invisible force very strongly resisting your pushing attempt.
All right, so is that more? Well, that would probably be an action then, right? Not just an
Yes.
interact with object. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and come down here. And I'm going to. I'll just end my turn there.
All right, after your turn, but before Serena's turn, you see, Serena, to your east, this visage suddenly manifests. As it does so, this elongated, elvish apparition essentially in front of you here, you see it swirls around, looks at you, these deep red beady eyes looking in your direction, and then you see it kind of leans backward as it suddenly unleashes this terrifying wailing sound. I will need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw at advantage.
Oh, shoot.
I would like to put a hero point on that if I can.
Feel free to do so.
Adam, is this considered magical?
I know what you're going for. Let me double check exactly how that's worded.
It doesn't really matter for right now because I don't think a hero point's even going to help with this. But so.
Well, but if it works, then your other feature certainly will. So just one second. Magical spell or effect. I'm going to say this is certainly a magical effect.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Okay, so let's see. Let's start at the top. So, okay, Tabard, you failed. Are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm going to be using my. I never fail the first one.
Legendary magic resistance. Okay, you burn your one usage you get per long rest, so you succeed on the save. Saline, you rolled a 15. You're adding 8 to that with a hero point for a total of 23. You also succeed. Jason, 11, I'm sorry, with advantage. Anything for you?
I don't have anything to add to it, unfortunately, because the one thing I have is for ability checks, and this is a save and throw, so.
Okay, so you have failed this save. You drop to 0 HP. All right. Blixel, you have succeeded on the save. Serena has succeeded on the save. And Mr. Serpentwind succeeded on the save. Okay, so everybody that succeeded, you still take damage from this greater Banshee's wail. So with that in mind, I'm going to post one for each person. So I'm just going to go down. Again, Tabard, and then Mr. Serpentwind, Saline, and so forth. So here comes your damages. Here's Tabard. And then Mr. Serpentwind. And then Saline. And then Jason failed, so he doesn't take that damage. And then Blixel. And then Serena. All right, those are your damages. Please apply that damage to yourself. And after that action, that was her action.
Can I ask one thing? I know it hit me, but is there enough time for me to use a reaction when it hits me before I go down, or is it instant?
It's instant. You fail to save, you just immediately drop to 0 HP.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, and then we move to Serena's turn.
So what is my current status? How far up did I move the portcullis?
Maybe an inch, if that.
Do I feel that I can continue to move it more?
You could certainly try, yeah. So basically, if you spend your action here, I'm going to give you another check. You essentially failed the DC when you tried previously. So yeah, you can spend your action trying to lift the portcullis again.
I would like to, because there's not much I'm going to do from here.
Okay, so athletics check once again at an advantage. Okay, yes, you managed to pry it up about 5 feet. There is a lot of force here, so you kind of lift it. You're holding it on the end of it now. It's up about 5 feet. You realize if you let go of this, it's obviously going to slam back down.
I'm carrying a great axe for some reason. Would I be able to wedge something underneath it?
You have the crowbar in hand. I mean, you could, but remember, if you try to lay it flat, it's only going to be wedged open, let's say, a very small amount. If you're trying to put it vertical, is that what you mean?
Now, I'm wondering if I can pull out another item that I'm carrying and use that to wedge it.
Right, but when I say, I guess what I'm asking is, are you trying to like stand the great axe up so the great axe might be, I don't know, say 4 feet long altogether? You're trying to get the top of the portcullis. Okay, so I'm gonna say you can try that, but the chances of it working are 50-50. I'm gonna say.
Well, I would definitely like to try that.
All right, so you take the great axe out while you're holding the portcullis with one arm. You then interact with object to pull the great axe off of your back, and you try to like kind of line it up so that you can rest the portcullis on the top of the axe. Roll a d20 before you do so. Pick high or low. If you pick high, then you want 11 or higher. If you pick low, you want 1 to 10 to see if this works.
Oh, I'm definitely picking low. And just 1d20?
Yep, just 1d20. Okay, there you go. So you line it up and you let the weight of the portcullis come to the top of this sort of piercing kind of end of the great axe. It's not either of the blade, just sort of right off of the shaft. And it seems to be supporting the weight so far.
I will tentatively step in.
Okay, you step into the room.
And I assume I can't interact with any additional objects or anything like that.
You cannot. No, you've actually used your action and your interact with object. All you would really have left is a bonus action at this point.
Yeah, I'll roll the dice and... Wait, no. You say that if I rage now...
It would end immediately.
Yeah, it doesn't matter in the next turn. Okay, alrighty. Then, I'm just gonna look scary. I'm going to...
As your turn ends, Serena, but before Celine's turn, the Greater Banshee will take a legendary action to try to reach out to you with a corrupting touch. Please give me a defense roll.
Is this something that Bardic Inspiration would potentially be involved in?
I don't believe Bardic Inspiration applies to... No, this would be like your armor class, so definitely not.
Okay.
All right, so failing this defensive roll, the corrupting touch lands upon you, Serena. You will take 4 necrotic damage since you're resistant to necrotic, but I do need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Can I add the Bardic Inspiration to that one?
I think, Blix will keep me honest here, but I think it's just checks, right? Not saves?
No, it's attacks, checks, and saves.
Oh, and saves. So yeah, you could certainly burn the inspiration here if you wish. Is it a D6 still,
yeah.
Blixel?
Yeah, D6 for me.
All right,
just
so
a
just
little guy. Nice.
Okay, with an 18, you have changed that from a failure to a success. All right, you notice as this touch lands upon you, Serena, your body starts to lock up as though you're going to be paralyzed, but you fight through it. Celine, your turn.
Scary. Okay. So we're gonna... The immediate problem here is we gotta get Jason up. So we're gonna healing word him. Bonus action.
Okay, Jason, 7 HP restored, and go ahead and give yourself 1 more level of weariness. And you are currently prone.
Nice. Can I use my reaction to try to absorb that?
I'm gonna say no because you weren't conscious when it hit you, right? So you could certainly do that later, but yeah, not from this one.
No worries. All right, I'm up. Second level of weariness added. Is it
Okay.
the same as exhaustion, where now it's like my attack rolls, or is it just always -2?
It's just a straight modifier. There's no additional like minus to speed or checks or anything like that.
All right, cool.
All right, Saline, that was your bonus action. What else?
Well, Saline knows that there's no way in hell she's going to be able to force this door open. So, what she's going to do is, I don't know how well it's going to work on this map, but I would like to try to finagle my position until I can see the Banshee.
I don't think you're going to be able to because only a crack in the north part of the door is open.
Define the crack.
So the width of a piton, I'm imagining is like maybe an inch or two. So you've got like an inch or two of vision through, but it doesn't line up, at least as you kind of try to eyeball it, it doesn't line up where that angle would allow you to see the Banshee.
Okay. Then the only thing I can do is try to force the door. Maybe it'll just open on this side because I'm not like trapped in the room, you know? So we're going to give that a try.
Okay. You can make an athletics check here.
I would love to make an athletics check. It's going to be so good. It's not good.
No, you push at it and it's completely useless.
And then I'm going to move away a bit. Try to clear some space for other people to do it. Team peek down. No, I won't go around the corner. I'll stay here.
Okay, before Jason's turn, another legendary action from the Greater Banshee. And Serena, I will need another defense roll, please.
That's right, Serena. Take all these legendary actions from this thing.
Well, it gets them every turn. So.
Yeah, it comes back. So.
Oh, that's not good then.
No.
Oh, defense.
It
this door.
touches upon you once again, Serena. 7 necrotic damage and another wisdom save.
I'm so not wise. Here we go.
Now you see how we feel with
Woo!
strength.
You
Nice.
succeed. All right, Jason.
All right. Well, Jason will stand up half his speed. Yeah, there's not much he can do here, so. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my flexible casting at him. And what is it? Bonus action. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to convert my final 2 sorcery point back to a level 1 spell slot. And then I'm gonna immediately use a cure wounds on myself. Level 1.
Nice.
And that is bonus action and action, so I'm just going to kind of follow Celine's wisdom here and move up the stairs a little bit because I can't do anything in my turn. Also, I can't hear the music. Is it playing music?
It is,
Yes.
yep. I can stop and start it for you. All right.
There it is. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Legendary action once again, Serena. Another defense roll, please. You managed to evade the touch this time. All right, Mr. Serpentwind's turn. You're going to notice as he kind of motions with his hand and flicks his finger, and you can see this sort of displacement effect suddenly, as it seems like there's several of him stacked on top of each other. He will then point his hand out towards the creature and blast out some arcane bursts. The Greater Banshee evades the first one, but is struck by the second one. and it howls in response.
Saving
Blixel. Nope. Blixel, your turn.
Okay, so Blixel says, "I get you next time, Serena," and he's going to heal himself. So to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on himself.
Okay. Nice. 16 HP back.
And he goes, "In fact, you're doing a great job." And he's going to give you another Bardic Inspiration as his bonus action, try to help you a little bit.
Blixel's so inspiring.
He rushes up here. That's the end of his turn.
Go ahead and burn another inspiration there, Blixel. All right, before the top of the round, Saline and Jason, please both go ahead and roll me a d20.
Do we want high or do we want low?
You want higher than a 6. Okay, Saline, you notice as a ghost dog manifests in front of you, deciding to take advantage of the fact that now you are separated, and it forces its attack against you, Saline. Defense roll, please.
You got it. I'm gonna... I don't think shield's gonna be enough. I'll burn my inspiration.
All right, go ahead and click your inspiration. All right, so you rolled a 13, and we are adding 8 to that. It gives you a total of a 21, and yes, you managed to evade the leaping bite attack. Tavern, your turn.
So there's no way for me to really get up there, though, right?
So the
I'm
portcullis is currently open 4 feet, so you would have to probably barely duck, being a dwarf, in order to get out of there.
To get under there, or I'm trying to get. I'm wondering if I can get to the Banshee in any way.
Yeah, so a portcullis is, think of it as like a gate, right? And what Serena has done is she's grabbed it from the bottom and she's lifted it like 4 feet up, and then she's taken a great axe, put it in the middle there, and rested the bottom of the gate on the top of the axe. So right now there is an opening of 4 feet because the gate is forced up.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about getting on the coffin when I. So if I want to go underneath and then get on top of the coffin.
Yeah, it looks like you could certainly do that.
All right, so I'm gonna do that. Well, I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna go there. I'm going to use my. I'm gonna now that I have fresh key points, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of those. Nobody can guess which one I'm using. Ah, you guys would be right. Ha ha ha. All right. Okay. So now that I'm in dodge here, I'm going to go ahead and punch out to this thing that I'm sure is going to barely be able to get hit, but at least I attack with advantage.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my favorite trusted Warhammer because, you know, Grandpa always told me, my daddy always told me to kill a Banshee with it one day. So that's what I'm going to do.
The first attack connects. And much as you expect, the creature is resistant to your non-magic attack. Second one connects. Wounding it again.
Ha ha ha! Take that!
Okay, on the creature's turn. Yes, it is going to use its Horrifying Visage ability. Anybody that currently can see the creature must make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, Adam, I forgot to tell you, I did close my eyes right as.
Ears shut, eyes shut, mouth shut.
I see like a tiny corner of the token. Does that count?
No.
Okay.
All right. Both of you managed to succeed. Let's see how Mr. Serpentwind does. Ooh, not so good. All right, Mr. Serpentwind looks to be terrified. All right, after that action, the Greater Banshee is then going to move. Going to enter your space, Tavern. Move into the wall. Okay, and move. Serena, your turn.
Pry the doors now! And I'm gonna try to open the sarcophagus.
Okay, yeah, give me an athletics check as you try to pry open the sarcophagus. It is pretty tight here, Serena. You're kind of getting your fingers wedged under. You're putting all this strength into it, but it has been sealed for a very long time and does not give way.
All right, I've got some. I'm gonna attempt to open the door.
It does not open. It is forced shut.
But she's not even in here anymore. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to assist anyone that attempts to open this door.
So you've already used your you've already used your action trying to open the sarcophagus. You don't have an action left or ready, but on your next turn, you could certainly do that.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do I need to not stop right in front of it? Ugh.
For what purpose?
Like so somebody else can get.
If you want, yeah, if you're there, nobody will be able to step into your space and easily access the door. Their check would be they'd be squeezing, so they'd be like making a check at disadvantage if they tried to open it.
So I'll wait there instead.
Okay. All right, at the end of your turn, but before Celine's turn, the Greater Banshee is going to spend 3 legendary actions. Celine, your turn.
I don't like the
Oh
sound,
no.
but I mean, we're not busting this door down, and I don't like being separated from the party, so I would rather be with them whenever whatever's about to happen happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to action disengage, and I'm going to peer through the hole in the door. Do I see enough to see an unoccupied space inside the room?
You do. Only one of... well, hang on. I would say you see 1, 2, 3... You see 4 different...
I would like to Misty Step inside the room to join my party, unless the magical wall of force prevents me from doing so, but we're going to burn the spell slot anyway.
It does not. Do you have a preference on closest to you or furthest from you, the spot you can see?
I would like to be as far away from the dog as possible.
All right, you Misty Step into the room. Go ahead and burn that Misty Step.
Yes, I will do that. And then that is my action and my bonus action because I had to disengage. So we will cast the spell real quick, and then I still got a bit of movement, so I'm going to go 10, 20, 25, 30, and end here.
Okay, Jason.
Okay.
Tell the party there's a dog outside.
Yeah, seeing Celine's hasty maneuver, I can see this space in front of the door here.
Mm-hmm.
It's open, right?
It looks to be
Can I-
unoccupied.
Can I Misty Step right there?
You can. Go ahead and burn that slot.
It's my last second level. Perfect. and I will hold my action. I wonder, can I hold a bloodline ability at him?
You mean ready? If it's like a spell-like ability, you can ready it, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready it.
What is the trigger that you're readying?
If I see the Banshee, I'm going to trigger my minor ability of Lamentations of the Lost.
Okay, perfect.
I'll just post it there, but I just want to clarify the minor one. So if I see it, I'll just trigger that, and you guys kind of see all of these like little shimmering spirits kind of gently wisp up from around Jason's feet, and he'll end his turn there, and he'll open his eyes real quick and say, "Demon dog's behind us."
All right, Mr. Serpentwind's going to make his way to the north of the room, and you see he conjures up some arcane bursts ready to fire. Blixel.
You're looking sweatier than normal, Serpentwind. Blixel will go up to Serena. And actually, I'm sorry. Well, I already moved. He'll go up to Serena, and he will do Cure Wounds. Again, we're going to do second level.
Adam, I actually forgot I still had movement. Would it be okay if I just switch sides to here?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so you get 16 points back. And I'll start moving over here to try to help open the sarcophagi. That's the end of his turn.
Alrighty. Serena, you notice the ghost dog come to the door, and you can see it for just a moment as it is through that slit of vision, and then you see it vanishes. Tabard.
All right, Adam. So, I got a question mechanically, right? So
Okay.
I'm thinking if I stand here, am I still going to be able to swing my warhammer at the esophagus a couple times? Yeah.
I mean, not easily. You can't swing overhead towards the sarcophagus if you're west of the portcullis. Remember, the portcullis is only raised 4 feet.
Yeah.
You could swing underneath, but I would say you're really tight at that point, and you risk hitting the great axe and causing the portcullis to fall.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and stand my ground here, but I'm going to go ahead and well, use them if you got them, kind of thing. So I'll use another key. This will still give me advantage, I'm hoping, against this. I'm going to try to knock down his bedtime thing. So.
Meaning you're trying to smash the sarcophagus?
Yep.
Okay.
From above.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you swing down. Go ahead and give me a couple Warhammer attacks. Yeah, that smashes into it. Go ahead and post damage. Sure. Second one at advantage. Again, it's not like it's moving. It's pretty easy to hit. Yeah, you're damaging the sarcophagus. I would say you notice that the northeast corner of the sarcophagus is broken at this point, to the point where there's maybe like a 6-inch gap in that northeast corner of the sarcophagus.
Yeah, if I'm gonna die, at least makes me feel good about it, right? So.
All right, Serena, you're gonna notice as the greater banshee moves in through the wall, realizes that you are there, moves to an unoccupied space. Mr. Serpentwind then immediately blasts her with his readied action. He does manage to hit her on the second one. You can take that attack if you wish, Serena.
I get my spell effect roll for my ability 2.
Sure, yep, you can use your Lamentations of the Lost.
It's
Ooh,
charisma.
that is going to miss, Serena. Okay, yeah, that will indeed work against the creature. Oh, but no, it won't. It is going to spend a legendary resistance.
Of course it does.
Any other readied actions? All right, hearing nothing, the Greater Banshee's 3 legendary actions previously was to recharge her whale ability, which she uses once again. I need everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, is it wasn't it Constitution before?
Oh, did I say? Yeah, Constitution. You are correct. My bad.
Oh my gosh!
All right, remember, you guys are making this at advantage thanks to your earplugs. So, Celine, you're good. Tavern, you're good. Serena's good. Jason, you are not good.
Oh, sorry. I was going to spend a hero point on this
I was
one.
going to say, Blixel, you're not good. So, yeah, feel free to spend a hero point. Okay, you are now good, Blixel. So, Jason, you drop to 0 HP once again. Everybody else will do this in order. So, Celine, 19 Psychic to you. Tavern, 16 Psychic. Serena, 19 Psychic. Blixel, 19 Psychic. And then Mr. Serpentwind has to make a check. He fails. Okay, and Serena actually already spent her reaction for Sentinel, which means the Greater Banshee is actually going to move. Actually, no. Actually, she is not going to do that. She is going to... She is going to move to here. All right, Serena, your turn.
Serena. I'm not sure we can fight it. I feel like we should open its sarcophagus. Maybe we could get the orb.
I'm trying to break the walnut.
I'm going to keep distracting it, but grab that crowbar on the ground and... Right, I am going to rage.
Okay.
Same thing. +1. Do I need to add that whenever that pops up? Do I need to add that myself?
If you have like the global modifier for +1 AC, you can. If not, just remember it, and then we'll keep it in mind as we're rolling the dice.
And okay, and I will start swinging. Oh, actually, okay, never mind.
You hit on this one. Yep, go ahead and post damage. Let me double check resistances really quick. She is immune to cold damage, but she will take 9 of the other damage.
Now I will attack recklessly.
All right, make it an advantage. That will miss.
And again.
Actually, bonus action to rage, so unfortunately you don't have Pam.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Yep, yeah, no worries. All right, after Serena's turn, but before Celine's turn, the Greater Banshee is going to use her Kiss of Death ability on Mr. Jason. Jason, please give me a Constitution saving throw. Jason, you have failed this save. Okay, you are going to notice as the Greater Banshee moves down towards Jason's open mouth, and you see a sickly inhaling, and you notice Jason's life force being sucked into the Banshee, restoring her greatly. All right, Saline, your turn.
That's very unfortunate.
See, this is
Yeah.
why I didn't have Vin come.
So I don't know if he's dead or not, right?
You can't tell on a quick glance.
I don't know what to do. Well, seeing that, I hope that my team can do something about it. I think the more urgent scenario is getting Serpent Wind up because he actually managed to hurt it. So I will. God, I'll action disengage to step away, and then I'll healing word Serpent Wind.
Okay.
I will find that.
All right, Mr. Serpent Wind is conscious.
And then I really don't want to be isolated in case the thing comes back, so we're gonna go 15, 20, 25, 30. It doesn't matter. It can get to me wherever I go, so I'm just gonna end my turn.
Okay, Jason, just in case you happen to still be alive, please set to GM and throw me a death save. Okay, we will not announce the result of that aside from the and we will move to Mr. Serpentwind's turn. All right, Mr. Serpentwind, he is going to stand prone, looking badly hurt, realizing this is fight to the death. He is going to burst out with some strikes at her. But she manages to evade both of his arcane bursts. And after his turn, but before Blixel's turn, the Greater Banshee is going to use another legendary action. She's going to reach out towards Serena. Serena, defense roll, please. She manages to touch you, Serena, dealing 10 points of necrotic damage to you and a wisdom save needed.
After I roll, I say if I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration.
Yes.
I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration.
All right. Please go ahead and throw that. Is it 2d6?
Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong one.
No worries. We'll take that first
on
4.
August 11th.
So that becomes 13, which unfortunately is still a failure. So,
Sorry, would an 18 defensive roll win?
why do you ask?
Because she's got +1 AC because of the rage.
An 18 defense roll is exactly the number you need, so you're not hit, Serena. Blixel, your turn.
Take back your 10 damage.
Okay, so Blixel is gonna go, oh man, you're so ugly! And he's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on her.
All right, go ahead and burn that spell slot and throw me a spell effect roll.
Okay.
yes, she is indeed affected by this. She'll take the damage. And then she has to move away from you. Okay, so she's going to move here. Blixel, do you take a reaction?
Oh, does this trigger op attacks if I can?
It
Sure.
does, yeah.
Yep, I'll do that.
All right, go ahead and make an attack.
You said Mocking Blade is all set up?
It
All
should,
good?
yep, should be good to go for you. That'll connect. Go ahead and post.
Okay.
It is a magical weapon, so that hurts her. It then moves further away from you. Further away. Unfortunately, Serena, once it leaves the range, it's actually inside the wall. So
I have a question. When I
Sure.
hit it, with this, because this is using my reaction to hit it, right?
yes.
Could I use my bonus action to Vicious Mockery as she's running away?
No, you can only use bonus actions on your turn.
It is my turn.
Oh, good point. Yeah, technically then yes, because she's actually running as a reaction, so yeah.
All right, so as she's running away, I go, I always knew you were a coward. And let's see, spell effect roll. How good would it be if this was a 1 right now?
All right, and that is a wisdom save. Yes, that will affect her.
Okay, so so the damage, and then she'll have disadvantage on the next attack roll. At
All
the
right.
end of its next turn.
Still your
Okay.
turn, Blixel.
And I go, oh god, we gotta get out of here. And that's the end of my turn. I'll just move over this way. Actually, can I look at Jason to see if he's alive, or is that an action?
You'd have to use an action to I mean, you're looking at him. You can't really tell. It would have to be an action to gauge whether he is alive or not.
Okay. All right, I'll check on you in a second, bud. Hang in there, and I'll move over to here. Oh, and I can't click end my turn for some reason.
All right, no worries. I'll go ahead and move that for you. But luckily, I don't have to, because right after your turn, the ghost dog appears right in front of you, Blixel, and is going to try to bite you. Defense roll, please. Critically hitting you.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. I had to clear it before that. All right.
All right, please roll a piercing crit upon yourself, Blixel.
Oh.
Maximum damage, and then damage again, and then a major injury. Oof, please roll a major injury. All right, you suffer 22 points of piercing damage as the ghost dog bites into your leg, savaging it badly. Your speed is reduced by 10 feet, and you have dexterity saving throws at disadvantage. All right,
Blixel
folks.
goes down.
All right, Blixel hits the ground. All right, guys, we are at the end of our time. However, would everybody be okay if we do one more round to try to get us into a better stopping point?
Better stopping point here, having the meaning of game over. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I mean, maybe. You never know. All right, is there anybody that can't stay for another 10, 15? All right, not hearing anything. Tabard, take it away.
All right, I'm gonna come down here and try to stop the bleeding or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can, resuscitate my buddy here.
All right, so you're trying to use an action here to staunch the bleeding. So go ahead and throw a blind check.
Yeah, I don't know if he's bleeding. That's why I was like, I don't know what I'm staunching, but
All right, and then, looks like that didn't come through. I wonder if the scripts crashed, or was that, did you have your token selected?
Yeah, it looks like I did. I'll roll it again just in case.
Not coming through. Let me restart the scripts real quick, folks. Jason, do you want to tell everybody where you're sitting right now?
Well, I rolled a
So
dead,
let's walk.
I think,
That
right?
you got it, bud. Yeah, because you took some damage, which is 1 failed death save, and then you rolled a nat 1 death save. So that's 3
Oh no,
failed.
it wasn't a nat 1, Adam. It was a 2, but I have -2 weariness.
I thought it was a nat 1. Let me scroll up.
No, it wasn't red. It was just a classic 0. Big old goose
Oh,
egg.
okay, my bad. My bad. So you're still alive then, because the
Yeah,
damage.
barely.
Okay, you're at -2 death save. Oh, we'll say that. No worries. So let's see. Script restarted. Tavern, one more time with the blind check, please. Yep. Okay, that was the issue. You can't quite tell, Tavern. You're not maybe the best at medicine, or maybe it's just the chaos of this moment.
Or a little bit of both. So I'm gonna go ahead and so that would be my action. So I can't pick him up or anything like that, right? That would be another action.
Correct.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and feeling that I did my part. I'm gonna go ahead and use some key points. Debating. Hey, Adam, do you remember how much Quick and Heal does? I know it takes 2 key, but do you remember? I could take a look at it.
I think we've got that built in where if you click use key and you pick that option, it automatically rolls it for you.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it because this guy's doing so much damage. I mean,
I think it's 2 rolls of your martial arts dice plus wisdom mod, so like 2d4 plus whatever your whiz is.
Okay, well, I may as well do it because I'm at 1 hit point, so I'll go ahead and do it, and we'll see how the dice roll. Maybe it likes me, right?
Let's find out. Quick and healing, so you get 9 HP back. So actually that was 2d6 plus proficiency bonus, is that right? Just do a quick double check on the quick and healing text.
Yeah, it looks like a 3 plus 3 plus 3, so it's a 2d6 plus 3.
So
that's my
quick and healing
proficiency.
says you spend 2 key points, roll a martial arts die. You regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your proficiency bonus. So I'm not sure why that's saying 2d6. I'm wondering if that was copied over from a higher level character or something. But for now, go ahead and take that, just because that's how it is. But we'll fix that moving forward.
All right, sounds good. I don't think it's going to matter much, but that's okay. That's where I'm at. Sounds good.
All right, Greater Banshee's turn. She flies back through the walls, appearing here. And she is going to use her action to use her horrifying visage. I'll need everybody that can see her right now, which should be everyone, to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Not me and Blixo. Ayo.
There you
That's
go.
right.
That's true.
I'm looking at dirt.
Yep. Me
I'm gonna
personally,
go ahead.
I'm just shut eyes.
I'm going to use my hero point.
Oof. Damn, serpent wind.
Let's
Yes.
see.
Yes, Tavern's got a 12 now. Yes.
I have 1 hero point left, so I guess use it or lose it, right? Because this ain't lasting much longer. So, there we go.
All right, Saline succeeds. Everybody else fails, which means those of you that failed are frightened. All right, after that, she is then going to reach out and try to grasp upon Serena. Serena, give me a defense roll, please.
How do we use luck points?
So when you attack or someone attacks you, you can choose to use a luck point to basically cause a re-roll of the dice.
Okay.
You can do it on saves too.
Can I re-roll that one?
Sure. Go ahead and click a luck point action on your sheet. And again, that's only once per roll, but that'll re-roll for you.
Oh shoot, it's everything.
All right, so that gives you a total of 13, it looks like, which means you are going to be struck.
I think you got.
I'm sorry, what are we missing?
I was too slow. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else you can do on top of that, Serena. But, okay, so that's 7 necrotic damage to you, and then a wisdom saving throw. That is a failure, Serena.
Can I re-roll that one?
Burning your last luck point? Yes, you can.
No.
Unfortunately not. You are paralyzed.
Goodness. Not a good situation, guys.
Serena, your turn ends because you're paralyzed, but you can now make... actually, I think this one might just auto... No, you are still paralyzed. So your turn ends, and then because you are paralyzed, the Greater Banshee is going to use 2 legendary actions now to Kiss of Death you, Serena. And I will need a Constitution saving throw.
You're good at those, right?
Theoretically. Could I... what do I have left?
I don't know. I don't know.
I have both of those things. Should I use the hero point or the inspiration? I guess I will try inspiration.
All right, go ahead and click your inspiration.
Yep.
No, the dice have left you, Serena. All right, as the Greater Banshee Kiss of Death's Serena, it auto sets your HP to 0. You drop to the ground, Serena. Saline, your turn.
We're all dead, boys. The only Hail Mary I have, I think. Would it be an action to search the sarcophagus for the thing?
Yes.
Okay. It's the only thing I can think of to maybe dispel the protection on the door. So I'm gonna cast Misty Step to get in there, to that space that I can see. I will burn that. I have to upcast it because I don't have any second levels left.
Okay.
So I will just deduct that from my sheet. I come here, and you said the hole was in the northeast corner. Is that it?
Yes.
All right. I will do whatever I have to do. If I have to move into that space to do it, I will. I will try to use my action to try to find the orb in there.
All right, move to that space and throw me a blind check.
I got luck points, so I will burn the luck if I have to.
All right, you reach your arm in there, grasping around, feeling bone, feeling dust, dirt, all these different disgusting things, but then your hand does touch upon something solid and circular.
I take it.
You pull
Run!
You pull out this orb.
Okay. We got it. That's gonna piss her off. Does the Banshee dissipate because we secured the MacGuffin?
She does not.
Well, fuck. Okay. Don't want the dog to get to me. What the dog doing, you know? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It can anyway, so I will step out of the portcullis so I don't get trapped inside. So that's 20? Is that correct?
Let's see. Yeah, that sounds about right.
15, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll keep going, so to here. And that is movement, action, bonus action. Come get me.
All right. After that turn, she has one legendary action left this round. It's on Jason, unfortunately. Jason, you are unconscious on the ground. Defense roll at disadvantage.
Yeah, my 13 is gonna really do well.
All right, that is the final death save. Jason is slain. All right, Mr. Serpentwind's turn. Let me double check something real quick. Okay. He is going to long shot try to blast her with a couple of arcane bursts.
He's gonna crit her here. Nope.
He hits on the second one. All right, dealing 14 points of damage. It's at this point that I will go ahead and show you how much HP she had left.
Oh, God.
I thought for sure when you said
Okay.
the only thing I can think of, I thought you were going to magic missile, and I was like, oh, she's totally done. But that,
Damn.
yes, that will indeed destroy the greater
Oh.
Banshee. You notice Mr. Serpentwind kind of falls to the ground now and starts breathing in heavily. Blixel, death save to GM, please.
Wait, sorry, who is that to?
Blixel.
Okay. There's too many.
So we can remove the frightened though now, right?
You can, yes. Blixel, you pop up.
Oh, shit.
No way,
Hey, wait, what's going on here?
dude! What?
That's at the end of my turn, though, right? Or is it the
No,
No,
that's
it's
the beginning. You
hard.
get your full turn.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
But
point of HP.
one weariness too, right?
Yes, yep. Set yourself to 1 HP and add 1 weariness.
Okay. Because eyes pop open. He goes, "Let me at that banshee."
She's dead. Kill the dog. Scare the dog away.
Okay, so he'll stand up. And hearing the command to scare the dog away, I guess he'll do another dissident. Or oh wait, is Serena down? Fuck.
She is.
Yes.
Damn. Well, I don't have ranged healing anyway, so yeah, he's gonna do dissident whispers on the dog.
All right, go ahead and post it.
Oh, I'm
And-
still to GM. Sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead and just throw a spell effect roll. Yeah, you can set yourself back to public.
It's 13.
That is not enough, unfortunately, so we'll just take half of that damage. But you notice, Blick, so when you cast this spell at this totally healthy and unhurt ghost dog, it hits it, and you see the ghost dog vanishes. All right, folks, we are out of time here. However, you can feel a strange sensation as though everything is unwinding. This very aged ruin, this stone, it's sort of been held together by the hatred of this greater banshee. And now that she is gone, the undead creatures around here begin to dissipate and unwind. But the things that bound the ruins together do as well. You feel some rumbling, and you start to hear the sound of stone collapsing. And that, folks, is where we will go ahead and pause our campaign until next week.
Come on.
Oh, sorry, Dylan, man. Sorry you got knocked out there.
Yeah.
We're gonna scoop up your body on the way out, but
Well,
Hey,
I
I
should
think-
remind you
Is there a way
guys.
out?
Roll a revivify. We still got it. We
I
can
was
save-
gonna say that. I should remind you guys. Somebody has a scroll of revivify. I think it's
We still-
Saline.
It is me, but we still have to get out of here.
Well, but revivify only works within 1 minute of death, so
Yeah.
I'm
keep
aware.
that in mind. All right. So with all those things rumbling through your mind, great session, everybody. Very tough boss battle. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Really stretched you to your limits of your abilities there. And man, we see the results right here on screen. So yeah, hope you guys had a good time. We'll pick up again
Yeah.
next week and continue it from there.
Holy shit.
that whale. The fact that it got back the whale, I was like, oh no, that's it.
Yeah, I didn't contribute anything to that boss battle, and I'm sorry for that. I got wailed at twice.
There's
That
nothing
was
you can
it.
do. It's save or die. So like
Yeah.
the dice
Just-
chose to fuck you.
But yeah, good game, guys. I thought that was definitely TPK
I thought it
territory.
was over.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was
Look
like,
at the
I
health
was like, what
bars.
do I do next? I was just gonna go down and start hammering anything I could, but I was like, what does that do? Nothing.
Yeah. Anyways, good game, guys.
Good work, guys.
See you
Good
next
night,
week.
all.
We're not out of the woods yet, but
That's right.
see what
That's right.
happens.
We're doing gooder. See ya.